Hello,
Thank
welcome
God we
back
don't
to
have
our
viewers.
Dungeons and Dragons game. We're glad you're here with us again this week. We've just started this new campaign. We're excited to share with everybody once again. You'll be able to catch us live Monday nights at 8:15 Eastern Time, or on that's on Twitch, or anytime on YouTube. Quote. Sorry. I think we have a volunteer.
Volunteer is a strong word.
Voluntold.
As always, but it's a different person every week. This week it is Will.
Yes. So last time we started with the ending of Elrich's mental breakdown and some tense conversations before everyone going to sleep and Elrich tracking a large amount of dirt into the communal tent.
Both the tents.
You know,
That was just the one.
a little dirt in a tent. After that, we made our way to Allard. Hope I'm pronouncing that right.
You are.
Into the Gatehouse Guild's, I guess, headquarters, their gatehouse, which was a 3-story tavern built into the wall.
Clarify, there has been some confusion about this, and I wouldn't stop you if it wasn't for the fact I've heard several people confused. So I will clarify. It is the Outlander Guild, and it is the Gatehouse is the alternative name of their guild hall.
Good to know.
That is really
I was very confused. After that, there was some communal bathing in a tub that was definitely not meant for it. Drinking, dragon gambling, and sober dancing like you were wasted. I remember that correctly. Over the course of the night, the group let loose after a few tense days on the road. Ian, I'm sorry, I can't. The smoke is coming out of your eyes, man. That's so metal.
He's just cosplaying as an air elemental. Calm down.
I'm introducing my new Ganassi bard. This is
a baby green dragon and learn some new gambling games. And I think apart from the deluge of NPCs, that pretty much covers it.
You did get a little bit of important information at the end.
I tried. Not all of it, just a little bit.
Oh,
No, he's saying we got a little bit of important information.
You tell us more.
You need to
Oh.
say.
yeah,
What?
the edgelord wizard that you are fangirling super hard over. We're gonna see him when we deliver that letter, or at least he's gonna be in the area.
Kind of
Also-
forgot. We all forgot about that, and it was a mass hallucination. All right.
Also, the person that that I was going to connect with, that's an elf commander in the town.
We should probably avoid.
And the letter we are transferring is for the prince, and it's super sketchy that we're taking it and not,
Like a royal messenger.
someone competent.
I think now we've gotten there.
There it is.
Chapter 6. The party is pulled into quite an evening. One that might be fondly remembered if it were to be remembered. As the barrels drain, friendly competitions are replaced by messy ones, and true stories are forgotten behind fantastical ones. But to Seris's surprisingly sober ears, as the night begins to reach its climax, and between all the shouts and songs and ill-advised table dancing, she does hear kind of an oddly personal story begin from Riona, as she seems to be talking to a collection of people. Riona, who would you be?
Oh, Liam, probably. Yeah.
Liam, all right. Any others?
I mean, whoever's around, probably.
I'll say that it's a collection of guild members as well as other strangers. As by this point in the night, as is, you imagine probably often the case, the two floors have mingled. There's kind of, at the beginning of the night, things start out really, clear cut. This is guild space, and the guild members are kind of talking amongst themselves and playing games amongst themselves and such. And downstairs is the kind of social town space. That does not last. The more drinks they have, then the more drinks that are drunk, the more things that are happening in the more places those things are happening. Soon the party stretches into the hallways and around the tavern, onto the wall outside, all over. The rain does drive everyone back in as the storm that had been kind of slamming into the mountains does turn towards the town. But even so, things are very loud and crowded as you kind of, Seris, rejoin Riona and Liam as Riona is beginning to speak and tell. It's an oddly personal thing, if hard to understand through her, I guess stupor would be the right word.
You just see Riona. She's kind of like slumped is not the word I would like to use, but sure, in a chair.
Wasted.
Yeah, in a chair. And she's kind of just like lounged back and like and she just like looks over in this like random corner of the bar, and she goes over to Liam and she's like, "Oh my God, Liam! You never guess who's here. Please help me, man."
Yeah, I'm not supposed to be. Liam, respond. She's just using me as a
Him as a prop.
Who's here? What?
Liam appears to have reached the point that we've all been at in the night, where he is like he's closed his eyes and was just like reeling, and you're not sure, was he asleep or was he just kind of about to fall over?
Who's here? What's going on?
Look over there, and she's gonna point over into the random corner and be like, "Look, Grar's back. He's finally here. I haven't seen him in weeks."
The fuck is a raw snack? Well, Riona, you're really not making any sense right now. I'm very tired.
Oh my
This is a lot of nonsense for this time of the evening.
No, silly Grar's here. Hey, look. Oh my
Look.
As you say that, she points to kind of an open space of the floor beside her. Nothing is there.
Oh, yeah, yes, yeah, no, yep, there he is.
Oh, he must have missed me. That's so sweet. She's gonna
Oh yeah,
start
definitely.
stroking the air as if to pet an animal.
Seris is going
I
to
quickly look around.
Seris is going to kind
you
of.
do
Who else
observe
nearby?
Can you say that again?
Yeah, you hear all of this.
Okay, yeah. Seris is going to kind of come around and like get up underneath your arm and say, "Come on, sweetie, it's time to put you to bed," and going to kind of start leading you towards the room.
I mean, I guess it is pretty late. Sure, okay.
Guys, I think I just saw an alien ship.
Seris. And I motion Seris over to me.
I'll kind of like lean over. Yes.
I wouldn't worry too much about this particular thing. This isn't totally out of the ordinary for her.
She's going to
Just
kind of like
go
give you
with
like the side eye.
You see that
like-
she is still now that you've walked, like let her go for a second, she's back to petting the air.
I'm gonna
Yes.
like pretend to like scritch like ears that aren't there.
Yeah. So she's going to say, "Come on, let's go. It's time."
There's you lead her out into the hallway where
It's gonna.
you find the the Fey ancestry creature, the gnomish gnome, the small mini gnome, has passed out inside a rather large, like tankard. It looks like it's not like a normal sized tankard. It's not that small, but it looks like this is an oversized tankard, and it has gone into the thing and then fallen on his side, and it's sleeping in it in the hall. As you kind of walk past, and as you walk, you hear the kind of the mug clink to the side, like as if shoved.
No, Gar, leave it. He's a friend. I guess.
And you look back, and the mug kind of shifts, like unnaturally, but then falls still.
I think she's just gonna kind of like chalk it up to like whatever. It's a busy bar, like, and then keep going along.
Perhaps for once, your natural resilience to this alcoholic substance that everyone seems so into might be reached.
Perhaps.
You realize maybe it is possible enough for me to drink enough that I do actually feel some effect. And then you kind of enter your room, and you find that there's only a few candles that are still lit that like kind of light up the main foyer of your tavern space. I actually should be throwing it back on. I apologize. Let me crash everybody's PC again.
Hell yeah.
Please do not
I mean,
crash.
that's okay, man. I'm reeling from the fact I may have just seen a UFO. So
I was considering that in character, by the way, is that like your character was like looking out.
Out the window.
you know what? Sure, I need a moment to process this.
But
that star was just moving.
Are you, Ian? I'm just gonna present this to you. Did it look like a plane?
It did not move like a plane.
All right.
That I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm hoping it's a helicopter, and I'm just stupid. But I don't know, man.
Some
I
kids
came
threw
into the
Christmas lights
session
on
with
a
a lot of
drone at
firm
UT
beliefs.
like 2 years ago.
If you move your hand in a particular, like, show me how it moved with your hand, I'll do the best to
All
buy aerospace.
Anyway, so Seris, you enter the foyer with
Yes.
Riona,
Yes.
and kind of as you do, where are you guys sleeping? Where are you leading her?
Oh.
Didn't we all like pick rooms?
Yeah, I
Fire.
picked this one.
You got the corner room?
I did.
Lucky.
Oh, you
You
did.
you guys left it open, so it's mine.
Yeah. Well,
Wow.
wherever she was, I would kind of take her and like put her in bed and make sure she's like rolled on her side and.
Yeah, you're gonna see me kind of hug the air next to me.
And you kind of like, odd, but you walk out of the room
Mhm.
and you shut the door and you walk into the foyer, and then you hear the door kind of as if pushed back open.
I'll turn around and see what do I see?
As you turn around, there's kind of a sudden like kind of burst of wind, and the candles in the room go out. And you find yourself standing in complete darkness. And then there's two kind of faint white lights glowing before you.
And they're not candles.
Discern really exactly how far they are or what they are. You're kind of implicitly drawn towards them until you kind of hear a low growl. And then the lights, as if kind of burning up from the embers that were there, come back on. The torches relight.
I think Seris is going to like, is the door still cracked? Or is it
For the moment, Ian.
I think she's just gonna kind of back away and go back out into the hallway. All right, she does not know what's going on. But
As you pass by the mug,
well, where's the mug at? Is it like over
it's
here?
like it's like in the hall, like at the end of the hallway was where that little thing was. It's like almost like those Bubba Cup things that you like, thermos size things. That's about how big we're talking.
So what happens there, Chris?
As you kind of pass by, you see where like some of the liquid that was in it when he was apparently drinking out of this giant thing until unconscious, had spilled onto the ground. But that there are a few, it was kind of a dark black amber ale. And there's a few prints
what do these prints look like?
Pause.
Like canine or feline or
Canine. And you've seen very similar paws very recently. Riona's tattoo.
oh, okay. Interesting. Well, while I'm out here and away from everybody, one thing Seris would like to do is take a look around in some of these rooms upstairs and see if there's any like a guild office where they might where the leader of the guild might have his desk or something.
Okay. You would, as you kind of try the doors, you find that they are locked.
Mm-hmm.
So if you would like to start picking doors, you can choose doors and pick the
I
lock.
do not believe I can do that.
You would see that everything, like the rooms along the hallway, the ones you can kind of see, like, this one and that one and such, all have like numbers associated with them. The only door on this half that doesn't is this door here.
Okay. Well, then I would probably go ahead and make my way back to the party.
And it has reached that point in the night where everyone is kind of revealing their drunk personas, whether it is
Seris, come do body shots with us.
whether you have the white girl wasted or the kind of philosophers, there's lots of different personalities being revealed.
It's all interconnected. Like you're here and then it's also over here.
Uh-huh.
That sounds like a problem a body shot could solve, Elrich. Now get on this table.
You're doing body shots off Elrich.
As Samuel calls out to Morgan, "You're dancing to shit."
Say that
There's
in
the
voice
aggressive
acting.
drugs.
That's more or less how the night continues, as it somewhat devolves. Would anyone have anything else they'd like to do specifically?
Morning Elrich would like night Elrich to hydrate, but
He does not.
But he does not. He doesn't know any better.
Morning Eldrick awakens the next day. Somehow Eldrick is in he's in a bed. It's at the very least red. So it's in kind of probably the right set of beds. But you feel really, really bad. There is a pain whenever you move.
oh god.
And you can't really move straight. You can't really think straight. But how it was good the night before, it's not good now.
Oh god.
And thinking about how you feel only makes you feel worse.
Oh. He's
But
gonna
also
try to
not thinking
summon-
about it is impossible.
He's gonna try to summon Callie, and she probably ends up being summoned in a lamp or something.
All right.
Oh shit! Go. De-summons her.
All right. And for Elric, this is a new feeling. The rest of you recognize and know well enough to regret the exact mistakes you made the night before.
Right.
Oh, right. That was brutal. Probably shouldn't be doing that on a regular basis.
Riona's gonna roll out of bed and go get
Cracks.
some breakfast downstairs.
Samuel will join her.
Morgan will roll out of bed, throw his hair back. Good morning, everyone. I'm in immense pain.
Too loud.
Super there.
Too loud.
Oh, buddy.
They don't sound like
Elrich
you're in
is
a men's
keeping his
cave.
eyes closed. At this point, like, Callie is on his head and he is seeing through her eyes. Like, he does not want to physically open his eyes.
I'm gonna bring up a mug of beer from downstairs to Elrich.
No.
Oh,
No.
hair of the dog.
Trust me on this. Good idea.
You were supposed to babysit me.
No, I wasn't. Samuel was.
No, she's right on that one.
That plan kind of went out the window once the whiskey started
Oops.
flowing.
Oh,
My
whoopsies.
bad.
There you go.
Little scamp
Speaking
got
of-
away from
oh.
me.
And
Morgan's
he'll-
going to reach
he'll
under the
drink
bed and grab his bottle of whiskey from the last night and just take a swig.
Kill the dog.
Samuel
Oh
is
dear,
gonna
I'm
go
traveling with a
grab the
horde of
greasiest,
degenerates.
food available at the.
You begin to realize that like it's earlier than you thought that it was.
Oh no!
And you guys are actually among the first to awaken.
Is there anyone downstairs cooking?
There is. You see that there is already there is already a meal beginning, and there's two individuals kind of seated along the bar in the kind of tavern space, and one at the table. The two individuals being Bastion and Veg, the companion of the dragon you met the night before. Isabella the dragon is also passed out on the counter, and as you guys approach, you see Veg kind of like motion. Keep it low. We're trying to see how long we can make it.
Okay. Is there breakfast?
It looks like you all had a fun night. I am sorry that we didn't get a chance to talk. I came up and it seemed like you guys were a little otherwise occupied, so I thought I would just wait till the morning.
Yeah, I think I saw you in the middle of that dance off on the table with Morgan.
If I ever see that bitch again, I'll choke slam her.
You guys want to maybe head upstairs? There's a large table there. We can all sit and talk.
Okay, sure. As long as there's food.
And he kind of points at it's actually a different guild member working now. It's one that was drinking the night before, but is also seemingly like fine. Which is the man that you know as John, who had the gun.
Hey, John.
Yeah, what can I get her? What can I get everybody? He's kind of being quiet to try and avoid the dragon, but trying to get your orders.
Eggs, bacon, toast, and large quantities of all of that. Ooh, and a bottle of whiskey.
Just
And coffee.
bread.
If you have coffee or tea.
I just need bread.
Water.
Coffee and the greasiest amounts of meat that you can possibly muster.
And you see Bastion. He kind of gestures to like take the bill, so to speak, like kind of like to me, by the way, and kind of goes upstairs.
Oh, bless you.
And invites everyone to sit at the big table.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to take a booth seat. You don't leave those open.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, I need to find my character.
I need
Oh,
to find
my.
this table.
Oh, over here.
Join them.
Well, Elrich, you did very well last night.
Not so great this morning, though.
Don't worry, you'll get used to it.
You don't.
Really? I think after like 3 months.
Child, how much do you drink?
I need.
I'm
There
a-
has to be something to stop this. There has to be spells. Anyone?
You see Bastion.
I'm just gonna slide some bacon over to Elrich.
I will, in this one instance, offer you a remedy under the conditions that you never ask for it and that you never, under any circumstance, tell Billiam that I have this ability.
That seems fair.
I wouldn't do that.
Bastion
We
is
have
gonna
to
kind of
pass.
he kind of reaches out his hand, and it's like, he's a large guy, but there's kind of his touch is actually surprisingly like gentle as he kind of runs his hand along the side of your head, and you kind of get a warm like set of tingles. It's like awkward. You haven't had a lot of people kind of like caress your head before.
I think the exact number is 1, and it is himself.
And you kind of like almost like pull back from the kind of personal nature of this touch, but the headache is completely gone as he kind of whispers a few words under his head or under his breath.
Are you a god?
No, but I serve them.
It's not.
Oh,
Elrich isn't
lesser
gonna
It's
say
not
anything.
exactly what this power is intended for, but
This is not exactly an uncommon. For those with
Elrich's
faith.
not going to say anything. He's just going to look at Liam and
Bless the
Good
Lord.
for you, not me.
I didn't have quite the chance the night before. Sometimes Bella likes to talk for me, but I'm Veg, by the way. I don't. Things were a little blurry. I can't remember if we formally met. And kind of shake,
formally meet you.
and specifically is like looking to shake Elrich's hand.
yes, nice to meet you. Nice to know, actually. Yeah.
And Bastion kind of turns. Veg is also a spellcaster. He is a dragon rider, chosen for various reasons by the king and his dragon.
That's incredible. I'm surprised I've not heard more about you. It's very nice to meet you.
Well, I'm kind of just really starting out. Bella would perhaps play us up to be a little bit more than we are, but in a way, I think if you're really a wizard, like they say, we'll be coming up together.
I would like that. That would be nice.
Can I run a history check on dragon riders?
You
And, like,
absolutely
how
may run a
prevalent-
history check on Dragon Rider.
How prevalent of a thing that is?
Mhm.
They were really big in 2004 when Aragon landed, but it's about quickly.
You know what?
Uh,
The Inherited series was awesome.
oh, that's what it.
So 18.
They are, of course,
Yes, 18.
they are part of the lore. They're a part of legend. There are stories of them throughout history, but like not like in an organized way. Not like like Ian said, not like the Aragon. Like there is this,
Order of the Dragon Riders.
it's more like these are individuals who have had bonds with dragons, who have ridden dragons, heroes who have ridden dragons into great battles. There's a few recent examples that come to mind. There is one kind of loose story, from the Great War across the sea when the dragons fled, where the dragons were actually defeated by a set of dragon riders in the skies above a great city there. Many different names and versions of this tale. You also know that the king while he is not himself a dragon rider, his wife was in the war. She rode Billithorax, the father of this dragon, of Isabella, into several battles there and was known as being a dragon rider. Quote. You don't know where that bond came from. Billithorax was not always associated with her. But you do know that there is definitely legends, and this is this because of Natural 20. And you know this from your study. These are stories that interested you in the temple, that kind of caught your attention, because you had many stories come through, both oral and written. You had many books at your disposal, but the ones you remember are distinct to you. They're the ones that caught your interest. And these ones had, because they were really heroic,
Right.
dramatic.
Okay.
And you would know that there are stories of dragon riders where the dragons convey power to their riders, especially stronger dragons, more ancient dragons who have kind of overcome the base nature and have become themselves almost like pastors, like almost magically powerful entities independent of being dragons at all.
Okay. Lovely.
But you're not aware of a dragon rider in this generation.
Interesting.
And the queen does not,
So
after an injury that she sustained during the kind of last battle of the war with the Ringed Queen, she did not ride ever again.
well, if you wouldn't mind telling us, how exactly does one to become a dragon rider? Precisely.
Well, it's a long story. And it's kind of a long family history between my own and Bilithorax. But let's just say that he owed a bit of a debt, and that this was a way of calling it. And I didn't expect it. It isn't what I expected, but when the debt was called, this is how it was fulfilled.
Interesting.
And
No need to dive in any further. If you are comfortable.
How do you ride a dragon that small, though? Do you shrink down, or?
Don't know. Bastion kind of steps in. Not. Sometimes dragons are fickle creatures. We know that he is to be a dragon rider, and that the dragon was bestowed upon him. But Bilithorax has not really clarified much about her, and she is only as about aware as a a highly intelligent 12-year-old would be.
Did you let her drink?
We feel, as a guild, it is less dangerous that way. We were not the first ones to let her drink. And it's very difficult to tell someone like that no, we'll say. She will drink one way or the other, and we think it's better that she does it under our supervision.
Oh, so this is like a "it's Brittany bitch" situation that they're trying to mitigate.
I am unaware of who that is, but
Oh no, I was talking to Chris.
Sure.
Okay, interesting. It's weird that they're warlock patrons, but sure.
But it's actually good that you all are up. I imagine you all would be getting back on the road today, yes?
Oh, goodness.
The
That's
plan.
the plan,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Well,
We definitely
As-
need to stop with all this goofing off and
as
get on the road.
luck would have, we actually have a little bit of not a traditional adventure, so to say, but a job in that direction. So I was actually going to be headed out north myself, and I thought I might share the first few miles of the road and perhaps bring you along. I know if you all are really trying to build up your chances of being accepted as a licensed adventurer, that more experiences can be good. And while I'm not the most high-profile figure, my name would certainly be good to have an associated adventure.
Yeah, we would
I'm
love to
gonna
have you on
insight
our
check it
resume.
real quick on this.
What-
I don't know if he well, you know
trust him
what?
completely.
He is the hangover god. I'm sure his intentions are pure.
You know, he's it's really difficult to really gain anything out of him. He seems to be being forthright.
Riona is gonna take a piece of bacon and kind of slip it under the table, and and she's just gonna be like, "Oh, what kind of adventure?"
As you leave the bacon down there, it doesn't go anywhere. It does not. It is not taken. Well,
I mean, how dirty are these floors? Because it
so
might take.
I think, as we talked about a little bit, we have a bit of a role in the local government, and we fulfill certain functions. And while oftentimes bounties are hunted to are handed to adventurers and then as adventures, usually it is after legal action. In this instance, we are the first wave. We have been given a warning that a fugitive has arrived from White Sinks fleeing the law. And we are, we've been looking for him for quite some time, and we've kind of finally got a lead on his whereabouts.
What's he a fugitive for?
He killed a nobleman's son, bludgeoned him to death, somewhat publicly.
All right.
And killed our other 2 players, apparently.
Speaking of,
There they go.
I will warn, he is a little bit, he could be a handful, but I think that normally I would just take me and one other, but I figured that if you all tagged along, that would be about as equivalent as to one of my more experienced guildmates, if not a little bit extra.
Now, if we do accompany on you this, would that be entered into the official record as a sponsored adventure?
Of course.
And who would we contact to verify that information should we ever need that in the future?
Well, if you're working through, as Billiam seemed to indicate to me somewhat loosely in an explanation of things that he learned last night, if you're working out of the Overlook Inn in White Sinks, I could certainly send word there.
Good, lovely.
White Sinks would probably be your best bet if you're looking for kind of an easy road in terms of just getting at least into the stage of being a licensed adventurer. They put through the most adventurers in the valley. Of course, we do put through a few in this city as well and through the legal process, but often we send them to White Sinks anyway, so it's probably the best bet to go through that system.
Right. Well, good to know. Yeah, we would love to have your help. Always nice to have another cleric around.
And it would be lovely to see you some more, Bastion.
Of course, and I do want to see you guys in action and see your skills a little bit more. I mean, obviously I saw your handiwork, but I didn't get to see you in the throes of things. But whenever you're ready, I don't believe he'll know we're coming, so no reason that he would be expected to flee. He has held up in a mill outside of the town for some time. So,
all right. Well, everybody, let's just finish your eggs and bacon, and we'll go. And I will just decimate my fucking food. I will eat like a man who has had a hangover for days at a time.
Riona's gonna get up, go back over to talk to John if he's still behind the bar, and ask for some chopped raw meat.
All right, I can do that. As he kind of brings it out, you see there's the kind of first stirrings from the dragon asleep on the bar. She kind of like yawns and opens her eyes and kind of shakes for a second. And then goes back to sleep. She sleeps a lot. It's really for the best. He hands you the plate of meat.
Oh, thank you. Riona's gonna walk back over with her plate of raw meat and set it on the floor and go back to eating.
You all see her do this. The meat is untouched.
What's that for?
Ooh, I mean,
You do.
Gar's breakfast too.
Who's Gar?
Gar?
I don't think you've introduced us.
There's nothing there.
You are.
Oh, he's right there, silly.
No.
She's gonna away.
You don't like you say that, but you look and you don't see him. Like you don't see him.
I don't see him?
No.
Oh. Well, I feel silly now.
You saw him like shortly ago.
Well, he was there just a moment ago.
What is
Right.
a gar?
Grar. He's well, he's like my friend. He's like kind of I mean pet's a weird word for it, but he's always been there. Kind of.
And
I mean,
he's,
off and on. He's been around.
And has anyone ever seen Gar besides yourself?
Liam sees him all the time.
I look at Liam.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at Liam too.
We all look at Liam.
Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah.
I don't care
Oh,
what
yeah,
you're about to say.
definitely.
I'm rolling insight on it.
Yeah.
Oh yes, definitely. I've seen Gar. And I look at you.
I will say
At you all.
overturning the
Oh,
thing.
I make sure I'm not facing.
Go ahead and give me a deception roll. This is not to tell whether you're lying or not. It is for
Yeah.
other usage. As far as whether you're lying or not, your performances should be the party's only gauge of that.
Oh.
Yes.
Say, I'm not even rolling insight. I fully trust Liam. He is my brother.
Anyone who would like to roll insight may roll insight.
Yeah, we did.
Leave it how it's laid.
All right. So, sorry, I did not mean to interrupt your response, Brian. If you would like to continue.
Oh, I don't think I pretty much said it all. Oh yeah, I've said it. And
You all-
I
You all
would
give us a.
kind of like don't ask any more questions.
Has seen this thing.
Seris will most definitely ask another question.
All
Could you give us a description, Liam? What are we looking for?
That's funny.
Seris, come with me, and I just run over and I grab Seris by the arm and I strut her out of the room.
She would willingly
Oh.
come.
Oh, it's a threesome now, apparently. Okay.
And you see Bastion and Veg are still here. Veg, you have gifts of sight, yes?
I will say, Bastion, since he knows us previously, probably has heard this mentioned before.
He kind of like runs a circle on the table. Bastion doesn't know you guys well.
Okay.
Like, he was introduced to you,
This
and
is
he was kind of told like, this is blah blah, and here's like what they're doing. Like when he came by university,
okay.
Not the university, the orphanage.
It's like the superintendent being shown a classroom, like, and today they're working on fractions.
Exactly. Like, there was only a handful of you at any one time, like in an age bracket. So like he did get to meet the ones that were about to kind of go through that process, and that was the last time he went. So that is why he recognizes you.
Yeah.
It is not because he's had like a lot of personal interactions with you guys.
I mean, it's not exactly something she would keep secret, though.
But you know, being from the same orphanage, like being from the same place, the same order, and then doing this, which is not what all people from your order do, becoming adventurers in the Vale, like it's kind of like running into a grad from the same small college, but like on the other side of the country. It's unexpected, and he's interested in you.
I want to keep. Can I keep an eye on that plate of raw meat?
Yeah, you see Veg is kind of like run his finger around in like a circle on the table, and kind of blinks, and as his eyes open, they are reptilian, draconic.
Elrich is super into this.
Well, that's cool.
That is really cool.
I don't see anything right now, but this lasts for a while. I can keep an eye.
I'm guessing that's not something you could share, is it?
No, and it's not. So obviously, you know, I guess I am a spellcaster. I'm a mage. I think they call them warlocks where I'm from. But it's not really part of my spell casting. It's not really like a spell that can be taught. It's a power that is granted.
All right.
And pretty limited. Compared to some. Meanwhile, you guys have pulled her. Where are you guys pulling her off to?
And who is
How about
you
we
guys
just say
exactly?
outside onto the wall?
I'm looking for space where we'll hear what we are talking about.
Did you pull Riona as well, or just Seris?
No. Because I feel like Seris is the biggest problem.
All right, you pull Seris outside.
Seris, here's the deal. Riona has this friend who does not actually exist, and I would like it for her to figure that out on her own time. So let's keep all this question asking and grilling of me and trying to trap me in public to a minimum, please. Thank you.
Are you sure that it doesn't exist?
As far as I know, not. I have never, no one I know, no one I've ever been around in the entire time of growing up together has ever seen this friend of hers. I have played along with it for a long while. When I was younger, I just assumed for a long time, I assumed she actually could see something that I couldn't. But as I grew older, I began to realize that it was probably not the case.
But last night, when I took her to bed, I heard something. Not something you would normally hear in an inn. And on my way back, I saw prints in spilled ale. Not human prints. They were canine prints. And I was nowhere near as intoxicated as the rest of you were. I have a rather high tolerance for alcohol.
I see. What does my memory tell me about of this in the past?
I would have absolutely told you and described to you that Grar is of the canine variety. Probably you would know that he is in my mind a large black shaggy wolfhound like dog, like enormous dog.
Okay, do I have any specific memories of effects potentially caused by Grar?
Make a wisdom check. Well, I don't know why I'm feeling wisdom, but wisdom.
All right, wisdom it is.
Save against Shaggy Dog.
That's an 18. Rolling good today.
You know, it's like there's always a few things like here and there that you're like, what was that? Or like, you know, like, huh? You know, like there's always those kind of like weird things like who opened that door? Or like, did I, like, you know, like in the real world, it's like, did I lock my car? And you're like, I absolutely don't remember locking my car, but my car ended up locked. There's definitely been things like that you've noticed around Riona.
Okay.
But like, never really, nothing specific. Just that there are just kind of odd things sometimes around her. But what you also remember, and this is alongside Riona's explanation of the thing, is that it's not like this was limited to you two. Other people at your order were very much aware.
Yeah.
there was an active conversation by people who are experts in healing that this was a way of handling the trauma of what happened to her as a child, which is unknown because it happened before she was brought here. But that when she arrived, she was older than most and deeply troubled in many ways. It was clear that many bad things had happened to this child.
Hi.
And that this healer, because of your close bond with her, kind of reached out to you a little bit more and had explained that this is a delusion that is common in such children, that is a protector of sorts. It's like a safety thing. It is something for them to fall back into. And that it normally fades with age.
Normally.
But that it is very much not real.
So Seris, though what you say is intriguing, I must chalk it up without further evidence to mere coincidence somehow. There are many magically inclined individuals within this building running amok last night in particular. And every expert that I've talked to on the subject has told me that this is a figment of her imagination that is caused by past traumas.
I knew what I saw last night. I would like to believe that it was just a figment of my imagination as well. But I presume that you're aware of the mark that your sister bears?
Yeah, probably.
Most likely. Which one do you speak of?
The one that looks like a paw print.
Do I?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not exactly particularly private. Like it's like on the clavicle, right? It's like not.
Yeah. Like
yeah.
if you were to wear a tank top, you would see it.
The prints I saw look just like that.
Well, I can tell you, you've seen much more than me or anyone else that spent our entire childhoods with her. And so I find it extremely hard to believe. And so for now, I would like to keep this as it has been. But feel free to let me know if you see anything else that's odd.
Oh, I will.
And we can deal with it as it comes up.
All right. Oh, sorry.
Sounds good. And she'll make her way back into the tavern.
I was gonna say, as a general note, Seris, it's fucking cold outside. Like,
Cold?
it is incredibly cold.
Oh, yeah.
Liam, it's kind of cool this morning.
Talking with Sarah, she's just shivering.
I wonder why. Curious.
Sometimes you just get a little colder than other people.
Well, the rain.
That's not weird.
The rainstorm that
It's time.
the rainstorm that had just passed basically has cooled the area. It is just different people have different experiences with temperature in the past.
I mean, Liam's got a bit more like body weight on him.
He's also just probably used to it.
Did you call Liam fat?
Compared to Seris.
He's got those rations that are
He also has, like,
waiting.
armor and
I mean,
stuff,
not
and,
fat.
like,
He's a big
That's a bold
guy.
move, mate. It's a bold
Look,
move.
man, all true wizards have love handles, all right?
All right, so they re-enter
we were a little bit chunky when we were little, but like, come on.
they re-enter. The meat plate has not been touched.
I think I've had a grower too. Yeah.
You've had a grower? You've had the same exact. I mean, you've had a what?
Well, he was named I had someone I used to play with. Yeah.
Ulrich, I'm a bit confused. You have a familiar in college. Isn't that the same situation?
It's different.
I mean,
I'm confused.
I'm also interested. This Oliver, describe this Oliver to me.
Well, he was. It was a long time ago. It was back when I was like 5 or 6. He was. Yeah, he would play with me. Blonde hair. Just a kid, yeah.
And hearing that kind of description, you see Veg, who is like suddenly very interested on hearing that name, kind of relax a bit up, and kind of realize that you're making fib.
No, so
Quote, quote.
just someone you would play with when you were by yourself, right?
No, he was right there. I mean, he must have, I don't know, like, things to do, I guess. I suppose he could have errands, I guess.
Speaking of errands, if you all are, obviously you can feel free to take as long as you need, but I am a few things I want to prepare myself. So if you all will just kind of knock on my door when you're ready, I'm going to go prepare.
yeah, I need to prepare spells. I really didn't do that after the 5th bottle. I'll be back in like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I think I'm as ready as I'm going to be. Yeah.
I'm gonna take that plate of meat and wrap it up and take it with us.
Can't waste good meat.
It's paid for.
Oh man.
Look, man, free
Don't worry,
food,
I
free
was about to
food.
take it for an ex.
Huh?
I was about to take it for an exile shape.
Old friend.
And we will say, it is early, but I know I kind of forgot it last week, so we're gonna go ahead and throw our break in just here at the 1 hour mark. That way that the rest of the game will be just kind of continuous. And welcome back. As we are coming back from break, you all are able to kind of get your stuff together, get prepared to leave, and summon Bastion once more, and set out on the road.
Pick up a sack from the general store so that I can carry the spare meat.
Did we point out where we were on the map here at this inn?
We are in A-Town.
/ Guild Hall. A-Town? Allard?
Yep.
Allard?
Yeah.
Are we in Allard?
Yeah,
You're
you
now-
are currently in
I
Allard.
believe so. That sounds correct.
And as Bastion kind of guides you through the streets, you catch a lot of looks. You can kind of see what he's talking about, that these people look at you. They see people they don't recognize. They see flashy outfits, shiny armor,
A literal
no
orc?
symbols that they are familiar with, no houses that they know from the Vale, and they are immediately suspicious. Because if it's just like a symbol they don't recognize that you're wearing, or no symbol at all, that's some coastal stuff. Because they know all the valley symbols. And you catch a lot of looks.
Is Pelor well known and or respected around here?
Pelor is. But there are many worshippers of Pelor, and certain orders have histories. Your order has always been a friend of the crown.
Yeah.
And a friend of the crown here is an enemy of these people. But luckily you aren't forced to suffer it too long, as kind of going through some newer development of the city, you reach the northern gate. You can see where there's a lot of shipping that's occurring here. You can see there's actually a kind of a dock off to the side of the gate here, where the river is basically the river here is flowing out of a canyon. So this is actually the neck of the canyon, but there's actually a dock that goes out into the water, and you actually see that boat that you saw before. It is being loaded by several dwarves with large crates of metals. And you can see that they're like open top crates. They're just kind of look like almost like the top of a mine cart pulled off the wheels, that they're just kind of hobbling onto the boat and setting.
That's when they wouldn't have been able to get a ride.
Congratulations, everyone. We've solved the mystery of the boats.
Oh yeah, the boats
Yes.
are.
The boat,
Absolutely, thank you.
Allard is a
Good observation, Lord.
major shipping port for the remaining mines of Ulrich. There's not very many of the mines of Ulrich still going, but there's a few shafts that are still manned by his descendants.
Ulfric, you own a
Wait,
mine?
You own a mine?
Oh,
Her name is
not
Elrich.
not Elrich, but Ulrich. Ulrich, the sons of Ulrich, and he kind of points at these
Very
five
similar.
large peaks that are before you.
Yes, you said it right. I think everyone just heard it wrong. It's
Who is talking, and is he coming with us?
It is Bastion, and he is.
Yeah.
He's the leader.
Wait a minute. Did I
Oh,
miss
I
something last night?
No, I think you
Don't
might have
seem
missed
to
something.
recall.
We had a job on the way out of town that I thought that I might have you accompany me on.
That we did agree to.
You did agree to, and I thought you were sitting there, but I understand there were some more interesting and concerning things being talked about.
Quick question.
What else did you all agree to while I
To
was
get
not
a
there?
reminder.
That's it.
Is this dead or alive as a preference? I mean, I
imagine alive. The
Ooh,
man's
that's funny.
name is Simon, Arthur's son,
don't want to.
and he is a fighter, a pit fighter from White Sinks. I imagine that while if he must be taken in, if he dies due to resisting or of that sort, I imagine that's fine. But he has been requested returned alive. It is a warrant. This is not a bounty in the traditional sense, not as you would see it in a tavern, dead or alive, yada, 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 no strings attached. This is like a legal warrant. We are acting as militia, as guards of the king, keeping the king's peace here.
Do
So we
have
are
to
not here to act as executioners. We are here to apprehend.
do we have to read him his rights? Because I'm a bit new, and I also don't think I have his rights.
Not familiar with the laws of the eastern coast, but here in the west, we traditionally allow that sort of thing in the courts.
Awesome.
If we can get him weakened, I don't know how strong of an individual he is. I can knock him out without hurting him.
Well, he's a fighter by trade of the pits, so he's probably.
So maybe once he's been weakened a bit, I can do that.
Yeah, but I'd say he's probably not much stronger than a bear.
I don't know what the metric for a bear is.
I don't know what you're basing that on.
I've not tried to knock out a bear.
It's not that I haven't met a lot of men stronger than bears in my life.
Would you say he's more potent than that beast we took down for you earlier?
When that beast was at its height, no. But after we had fought it for a minute or so, and then it ran off from us, yes.
So let's just assume he's 2.5 Raknuls.
He kind of looks Raknul up and down. That's probably a not terrible assumption. I do know that he was well known, though on a bit of a towards the tail end of his career, so to speak. But he's no man to be ignored.
Right. If you guys remember what I did to the pixies when we first met, I can do that again, and hopefully it will have the same effect.
Okay.
I'm sure we'll have no problem with whatever it is that we're doing here. I do feel a bit dishonest in the fact that we've agreed to help people on our way on a
it's on the
courier
way. No
mission
worries.
here.
It's on the way. No worries.
I mean, we weren't given in like an exact
I would
date.
prefer in the future that I be let in.
You were
You were
Liam,
sitting at the table across from me. I apologize that I did not ask you directly, but
Liam,
I was
like,
not.
I thought you were
Actually,
there. I
I
didn't
was
realize you'd stepped
Theirs during this whole conversation. I was not there at all.
Yeah, you were.
You left after the deal had been talked about.
yeah,
Yeah.
you did.
Yeah.
How
Your-
much
your
did you
time
drink
went
last night, Liam?
I'm sorry. I'm trying to. I
Chris-
generally trying to be nice, but
This is Chris talking to Ryan.
Wait,
You
there's no
and your
way.
character, well, maybe not you in full mind and body, but your character definitely was present for this.
yeah, no, you definitely were. Apparently,
It was
Riona
the
stuff
first thing you talked to
mine
you guys
today.
about at breakfast, I think.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's like
At
instantly.
Okay.
The fucking spaghetti's falling out of the paladin's pockets. Let's go.
All right.
But
Fuck
in
it,
any
let's
case,
go.
as you all begin your ascent, so to speak, into the hill, you depart from the kind of canyon and you enter a point where the road kind of winds up the side of some hills, across some narrow bridges, occasionally up pretty steep slopes. But always you see these kind of like inset, like heavy wheels that are wheel tracks that have been cut. And you see a couple times where a cart goes by carrying a relatively small box as its only cargo, pulled by dwarves. You imagine this is the metals that they are mining. Whatever they are must be pretty dense. But as you kind of reach the crux of one hill, you kind of come to a point where there's a kind of parting of ways. And he said, "This is the road you will take up into the mountains, but for now we will turn this way, and then we'll take the first of the forks on this one to the left, and that will lead us to the top of a brook. And the trail leads down through the brook to an older mill. It has been out of service for some time, but recently activity has been noted. We weren't sure about, perhaps there's a lot of people who take up in old structures, and not all of them are criminals or even ne'er-do-wells. But somebody did give a brief description of him, and it does match our understanding of Simon, and he is supposed to be in the area, so
Do you
be a look-alike, but it seems reasonable to assume it will be him.
do you think there will be, if it is him, there'll be any others with him?
Not that we're aware of.
All right, good to know.
There was no one really associated with him. His family, he had no family, and was a little bit of a loner. Whatever this act was that he committed, it was unfortunately tarnished on a relatively well-known figures. He was a relatively well-known figure, I guess is the best way to say this. He had lost a lot. I expect that this act was him lashing out against the world a little bit. But I don't foresee it as part of a scheme or a cooperation or any sort of conspiracy. I think he's just one man against the world.
No, yeah, he beat a noble in the middle of the streets with a pipe, a cane. We're gonna go with a club.
Fist.
I'm gonna just say a club.
Fist.
Oh, fist. That's just
That's
fucked
just
up.
normally what you beat people with.
And
Sure.
I don't know where it was. I know that it was a public place. And there were many witnesses.
Can I roll insight on this?
Yeah.
Can I roll insight on this?
How dare you go?
15.
You can see that, like, he is being forthright. Like, he doesn't seem to be holding anything back, but he himself also kind of has, like, kind of an inquisitive take to this. He doesn't have all the details of the situation.
Okay. Do you... Why would he do this?
There's a lot of
Because-
reasons that people act out of character. I've seen it a lot. It's no special thing.
I mean... there's acting out of character, and then there's what is basically a suicide mission of publicly executing a nobleman.
I don't know that it
Sometimes
was an
noblemen-
execution.
Sometimes noblemen are just so bad that you would do anything to get away from them. Maybe this nobleman was just an asshole.
And if he's that bad, then are we in the right here?
Well,
I mean,
Social hierarchies
we are not to
can
decide
be rather
fate.
burdensome.
And this is an important lesson for all adventurers, and especially those that are acting under the, acting as part of the law, as we often do. Even in other areas where they are not actively the militia in those places, they are still often, you'll find jobs posted by the crown and posted by officials. We are not here to pass judgment against this man, and that's why I said we are not here to kill him. We are not here to pass his sentence. We are here to bring him where he may be judged lawfully. And I know that there are, of course, a lot of ways that can be bent, but White Sinks it's a good place. It is well run, and I have no doubt that if he faces honest trial there, that he will face honest trial. But I also know that there were many witnesses to what he did, and that the victim was begging for his life.
All right. No, I'm good to keep going.
All right. As you do, the road kind of crests over a hill and begins to kind of wind down through kind of large rocks that kind of where basically the ground, it almost like looks like it's been cracked open, and this is like kind of the rough face that you guys are kind of winding across and through these rocky areas and these passes, these collections of dirt that are actually walkable because most of the rock is too sheer. And you see a place where there's kind of the waters that are kind of trickling out from some of these rock faces begin to gather and follow a stream, and they meet with a larger stream, and the trail kind of crosses that right at the top through a little bridge and then winds along beside it. And in the distance, you see a dilapidated roof. And he points to that, I believe, would be the mill. There was one point in time where there was a somewhat large farming community out here, and even after the community began to fail, the mill continued. But with it being so far off the road, it eventually was abandoned.
So how do we want to approach this? Do we want to just rush in and kick down the door, or?
Does anyone object to me checking it out first?
How many exits are there?
Through arcane methods. I will say that I do know that this man is, as far as I'm aware, and I have a good reason to believe, not accustomed or acquainted very well with the arcane.
All right, 1 second, and he's gonna hold on to the shoulders of two people near him, and he's gonna project into Callie and have her scope out the mill.
All right.
Say the two paladins. He's holding on to the two paladins.
Let me go ahead and throw up a map.
That would be lovely.
So you're going limp, going into working
Well, I'm not
into Callie.
going limp. Like my eyes go white, pretty much.
He's using us as seeing eye people.
All right. You guys are on the rightmost side of this map. Top right. Yep, right where Raknul is.
Oh,
Okay.
here. Okay. There's supposed to be a building some. There it is. Okay.
There you go.
All right then.
All right. As your is she a bat right now?
Ish. Well, yes. And like she's just pretty much gonna stay a bat until
She seems she sees a two-story building. It appears to be built kind of into the side of a cliff with a water wheel sticking off to the left side, or the south side. Probably a basement that it connects to based on its setting. There's a number of windows. There's one primary door. She does not see any other doors, but she does see a cellar entrance on the back side.
All right.
There's also a chimney up there.
Go ahead and make a perception for me.
And with blind sight, can she I'm not overly familiar with how that works. Can she see just everything in the 60-foot radius, or
Like What do you mean? Like,
It's still blocked.
can
by
she see
walls.
invisible things?
Well, yes.
Yes.
Or like, there's a wall. Like,
Blind
she cannot
sight.
see
Blind sight can see invisible things, but it can't like see through walls.
all right.
Yeah,
No,
it's
she cannot see
like
through walls.
location. Like she wouldn't be able to use it to echo.
It is, and it is not. It's not tremor sense.
This might surprise you. I'm not too familiar with that. The limitations of echolocation.
Hey,
Well,
also,
yeah.
Blake,
Yes.
quick note: it is not tremor sense.
Yes, I'm aware.
So,
Interesting.
information.
Like how that works technically.
All right.
Is that your perception
I mean-
there? Okay, 11. So
Yeah.
she sees there's a few windows. They all seem to have either be covered or broken or otherwise kind of too dirty to really see through without approaching directly.
All right. I'm going to relay everything I've seen to the rest of the group.
Can he hear us right now?
Now,
Okay.
Okay,
this is the best time to talk to
so
him.
we're assuming he's in there, and we've got 2 entrances, 2 exits, presumably. My recommendation is we approach this in a manner in which we seal off all possible escape routes so that when he decides to run, he has nowhere to do so. We create a team to go through the cellar entrance and a team through the front.
I'm gonna make an alternative entrance option here. Callie takes me down through the chimney.
She's a bat.
She's not that strong.
Yeah. You've seen me turn into a wolf before. I can do smaller animals too.
Oh.
He turned into a
Can we
cat
do like a flea?
previously.
I can turn into a mouse as well. Is more what I was thinking.
Couldn't you also just turn into a bat?
No, flying's pretty fucking difficult.
And what exactly is it that you plan to do once you're in?
Cough, cough. Wild shape doesn't allow you to do animals with fly speed until level 8.
I know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Raknul asked
Okay.
because,
Yeah.
He doesn't know.
You did look confused after I gave that answer.
No, I know.
Okay,
I know.
okay.
I know.
Okay.
All right. So, are you doing that?
I'm gonna. I mean, I want to see how the rest of the party feels about it.
Could just set
I feel good
fire
about
and wait
that.
for him to run out on his own.
Okay. Now see,
Well, that seems a bit
That
dark.
seems a bit drastic.
that's a little much.
It would work.
I
Our
like
mission
the plan,
is
though.
not to kill the gentleman.
Buildings like this, I've learned, have not been constructed with fire in mind, and often there is no running out. If our mission was to kill him, I think that would be an effective way.
There you go.
Well,
We still
I'm
have to
good
guard
with the.
we still have to guard the exits regardless of the strat.
Yeah, I just think having someone on the inside to hold him down in case he starts making a run for it, and in case somebody's not in position, just sort of hedges the bet.
Samuel, can you
It's
turn
not a
into the
particularly large or complicated building.
Don't take this the wrong way. I would prefer if none of you faced him individually.
What was that, Riona?
Can you turn into once Callie drops you in? Could you turn into like a larger animal, or would you just be stuck as a mouse?
I'd be able to turn into something larger once I'm inside.
So, not to demean your ability to turn into animals. It's awesome. Could you turn into something really heavy and just sit on the cellar door?
That's actually not the worst idea, and I feel like a bear would do it.
I mean, I don't think I could move a bear necessarily.
Your bare bottom would be very useful, yes.
That's a little ridiculous, but also, I mean, not a terrible idea. Part group, how are we sitting on this one?
I think you're sitting on the cellar door.
That sounds perfectly fine.
Also, we can try and
Raknul
shove
do we
would
know
be
anything-
the next best option.
I mean,
I think there should be someone with
Doesn't
you, just in case.
Yes. I will join him to make sure. Do we happen to know anything about the individual's personality, how he might react to certain situations?
Sounds like if he has to, he'll fight his way out.
He's a fighter.
He's gonna punch
He
stuff.
made his career beating people to a pulp and avoiding being beaten himself.
Right. Okay. So I'm going to presume that diplomacy is probably out of the option, and that our best option is indeed the original plan, which should be to seal off the exits and force him to fight his way out.
I found not that even people who are fighters or are violent can be talked to, but once the fight begins, he will end it, and that is something important to keep in mind.
I think we should keep one entrance passable. We want to try to give him a direction to come out of, instead of letting him choose where to go.
Correct, the front entrance.
All
We
right.
seal off the
The cellar door.
potential rear escape route, the cellar door, and we force him to come out front and confront us directly.
Yeah, so we should send most people to the front door. Have Samuel
Yeah.
put his bare butt on the cellar, and I don't know. Should we have someone with Samuel just in case he gets out that way?
Actually, Samuel, can't you just turn into a small creature, have Callie take you around the back, and then just shove your staff into the cellar door and block it off? I mean, that's an alternative.
From the inside, wouldn't they just be able to remove the staff, though?
This is an extremely strong individual.
Also, yeah, a piece of wood is not probably going to be enough to.
Yeah, probably just break that.
Let's give him all the credit we possibly can.
All right. Bare thickness it is.
Yeah, I would be a little more comfortable if I had someone sitting out with me.
I'll stay out here with you, Samuel.
All right.
Thank you,
All right.
Seris.
We are
I
going
send
to
one
approach
discomfort
the
with
house.
another, but fair enough.
Let us approach quietly.
Oh, quietly. Yes.
All right, so
Last time we tried to go
Plan.
quietly, that didn't work out so well.
I've got to admit, I'm not so good at the quiet thing. I'll try.
So Samuel and Seris are heading to the cellar door entrance to seal it, and the rest of us will proceed to the front to either coax him into surrendering or forcing him out the front into a combat encounter. Is that the plan?
Yes.
And we don't want to kill him.
No.
We want
And
to
now,
avoid it
Seris?
if we can.
Yes.
What is the gentleman's name again?
Simon.
If we weaken him, I might be able to put him to sleep.
Seris,
Yes.
All right.
whenever I do go through with this, I'm not going to be able to talk to you, but I will be able to understand. So I am going to trust you to make any calls that need to be made if something starts to go wrong.
Of course.
Seris, Samuel, is there any means for you to give us a signal at long range for when you're in position?
I mean, I can roar. Oh, when I'm in position? No,
Yes.
not that I could do.
Seris, do you have any way to do that?
No. We could perhaps try to do a bird call.
Well, I mean, we have a bear. I think a roar is a great way to send him out.
All right. Now, alternatively, hear me out on this one. Y'all are gonna be taking someone with you that can literally see through a fucking bat. That can be anywhere outside. Now,
Ah, there you go.
Oh, right.
Brilliant.
That would be a good idea.
Perfect explanation.
Good
All
point.
right, we will
maybe
wait.
Callie just comes with me and Seris.
We will wait for you to get in position then, and then Callie will let us know.
All right.
But she is just a bat.
Could she communicate with you, though? Could she go with them and then come back and
But
tell
you're
me?
aware of what she's doing.
Here, someone carry me, and we'll know when they're in position.
Y'all are sitting still until we're in
problem.
position. Y'all
I
are
can
still
pick him up and
you're in
throw him
position.
over my shoulder.
Yes. You
So-
stay here.
How do
We
you
will
pick
get
him
into
up?
position.
Yeah,
And
are we
then
gonna
you
like
will-
piggyback a fireman or like what?
Am I
Yeah,
being
yeah.
cradled by Liam's strong arms?
Is it like a?
No, you're literally just sitting down.
I think you're sitting
I
here.
pick
He
him up.
literally just said he's
I
picking me
pick
up.
him
He
up
said he's picking me
princess
up.
style.
Okay.
Wait,
You pick him up, you are unable to move. You're very heavy.
how style?
Is that heavy?
Princess style? Is that what you said?
Almost
How?
that heavy.
He's that heavy?
I mean,
Yeah.
The wizard is that heavy.
with
You're
the
probably
new,
just that encumbered already. I would
What?
say. I
with
would
the
say.
new
would say-
rules, yeah.
Oh, definitely.
You are
definitely
carrying a
am
lot of things on you.
Oh,
including
But I was
the
hoping
armor.
that
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
hoping that
In
we just had an inventory.
And then in addition, he has a lot of weight and is himself carrying a number of things.
I mean, do we really?
All right.
You could be just
Hey,
like.
I think we got a plan cut out here. Seris,
Hands on our shoulders again.
hop on.
Just
You
trying
can
to-
certainly drag him.
Oh, I could just like you're already a bear.
I say hop on as I like get down on all the
Raknul,
horses.
take his legs.
Seris will
Guys,
Well,
what?
climb on
Okay,
top of him.
hey, we don't have
Right.
to pick him up.
He kind of anamorphs,
Could
like
you?
one frame at a time.
how many
Raknul.
old like book series are we gonna bring in?
All of them.
Anyway, Raknul, could you help me with him? He's
It's gonna be
having
really hard to get a Magic Treehouse reference in here.
Sure. Like,
With Raknul's assistance, are we able to move this guy? Are we able to move Elrich?
You don't have to move him.
You don't have to
You
move.
don't have to move
You
him.
can just carefully
don't have
drag
To
him.
move him.
As you
Callie.
try and move him, he just kind of walks on his own a few steps because he's
I-
still like looking through Callie right now. Like,
Yeah,
Guys.
I guess I could just walk around. I've not really.
I feel like I've not.
I'm just gonna like grab Liam's hand and put it on my shoulder and be like, "There, we're good. Let's go."
Again, the plan was for you to wait until we got in position before you even moved.
You're a bear.
I mean,
you hear,
oh,
Yeah, I'm still the smartest one in this fucking group.
Samuel, you're a bear, and also you're an
stay
animal. Right?
here. We will get in a position, and Callie will let you know when we are.
Yes.
well, shouldn't we coordinate it so we're in position at the same time?
Why are you still standing here?
Oh my god, just go.
She's gonna kind of like heal Samuel.
as you
Samuel's
guys
gonna take
kind of
off.
approach, so Samuel and Seris, are you guys going around to the side?
Yeah.
I don't have a bear Samuel, so I'm gonna make him big Samuel.
Hell yeah, you are.
He's a big, strong lad with a big, strong dab.
Seris, get on this boy.
something dummy thick.
Let me make her in front
Yeah.
or on top.
The sound of his bare ass cheeks keep clapping.
Elrich trying to sneak up on Simon.
Trying to sneak up on the pit fighter, but the clap of my ass keeps turning me into the bear.
Yeah, for some reason it ain't letting me bring her to the front. Oh well. All right, so you go around to that entrance there.
Yep.
I'll have been warged while they're moving.
Do you sit on it while are you guys getting in position while they are or after they are?
I think we
While
should do it
they
while
are.
they are.
All right.
Yeah.
So Bastion like does the like cop like next to the door, back to the door, like weapon out thing.
I will stand like 20 feet back from all of this.
Uh-huh.
You can position
Morgan.
your character where you want.
Huh?
Morgan will just be right there.
I'm sorry. My computer's being stupid, but I'm there. Hopefully.
I've,
mean, I'm-
I've moved you.
Thank you.
You are not currently 20 feet back. You're like 10 feet back. But all right, there you go. So Samuel,
Yeah.
you back your bear butt up.
hmm
Make a dexterity saving throw for me.
I was so ready for it. Which bears have no dexterity. Yeah, so it's just a raw natural 20. A raw no, natural 20.
Yeah,
Raw
we're on a
20.
natural 20. I would like to see that if I could.
It's fine.
Oh, you'd like to see it here, Chris?
Mm.
I got you. I got you.
Oh.
I got you. Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. There we go.
Oh, okay, yeah, all right. You feel your back legs like as soon as you get in position, with Seris atop you, right?
Yeah.
You feel the back legs
yeah.
give a little bit into the squishy surface of the very rotted wooden cellar door as your thick bare ass carrying Seris on top of you plummets into the cellar.
Oh man, Rabbit's gonna be pissed.
Great idea.
This is wonderful.
And I will reveal the cellar. As you guys, you hear this kind of cracking of wood and like this kind of like falling of objects in the front. Callie is like detaches and like just flies next to it rather than fall.
Oh god, did they just fall through the door?
I despawn Callie.
All right.
Elrich, what happened?
Well,
What? They just
They
fell
fall
through
through
the
the
floor.
son of a...
I'm
Alright.
going to armor up now, and he's going to cast Mage Armor on himself.
So do we go through the front
I
or do
guess
we
let's
follow
go.
through the cellar?
You guys have fallen into the cellar. You can see from the cellar, like there's like, well, I'm gonna reveal the like what you can see. There's like a balcony above you. Like there is a space above you, above that center wheel. The wheel, like the mechanism is not currently running, but you can see the large kind of pole that goes out to the water wheel.
Yeah.
And you can see the large millstones. They appear to be lifted at the moment and not in position to run. The room is filled with a number of boxes and bags and crates of various like sort and kind for use at the mill.
Oh,
There's one
real quick.
staircase that kind of runs upstairs.
Real quick, is this stairs or is this like a fucking gear wheel?
That's stairs.
Okay. Cool. Hard to tell from the top view.
Yeah, absolutely.
Morgan's
cool.
just gonna go up to the door, and he's going.
But how many points of damage did I take? Sorry.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage. Seris, I'm going to give you half of that.
As you fall on Samuel's thick bare ass.
Seris, you take 2 points.
Good
All right.
thing.
At 32.
That is worth it, just for the amount of times we've made bear butt jokes.
Morgan's just gonna go up to the front door and knock.
Oh, I get it, because it means like bear, as in like.
You know what? It's so funny
You go up and
when
knock,
right?
and your fist is like muted almost because the like door is like so like not solid.
Oh.
Simon,
Well, I guess we're just going in then.
I'm gonna open the door.
All right, you kind of open the door, and it kind of like it just kind of shifts on its hinges almost, like it just kind of like the wood kind of splinters out a little bit in some of the places because it's like just coming out of the hinge. And you see within, it looks to be some sort of like storage room / maybe perhaps this was an exchange, like this was like almost like a table where one could exchange goods. It seems to be kind of an entryway, like a just kind of greeting room or office of some sort. I have revealed it. It is empty at the moment. The floor is kind of torn up in one spot. There's a few kind of fallen like pieces of wood where there's kind of a hole in the ceiling from the floor above you. And you can see there is a like a couple rotted doors that are partially opened. I'm just going to reveal like a sliver of the rooms beyond, as like that's kind of like you're able to kind of like peek in.
Morgan is going to call out again. Simon, we just wish to talk with you, sir.
I think Samuel's going to go ahead and start. Like, I assume there's a door on the top of the stairs.
The stairway in the room with you? It's a pretty narrow stairway. As you begin to climb it,
Oh no.
it does collapse underneath your weight.
A one bear wrecking crew.
you
We'll be
get
able to escape this way.
halfway up. Also, you get halfway up. and your weight begins to give, and you like back up as the whole thing kind of breaks off from the top. So there's like the top half of the stairs and the bottom half of the stairs.
Okay.
It is very poorly constructed, and that is actually written in my notes about weight.
Well, this didn't go according to plan.
I'm gonna look in this room.
All right.
I'm gonna say we did block off the exit. It's gonna be very difficult for him.
Yeah.
Fucking killed it.
Find it is relatively empty. You're not sure what this room might have been used as in one point in time, but there is a staircase going up in there.
Are there any like recent signs of recent habitation?
Make an investigation check.
Is this also a door to the outside, Chris?
No, that's a window.
Oh, okay.
While she's doing that, Morgan will
There's
check out this room.
moth-riddled curtain that is drawn over all the window, each of the windows. Yeah, you can't really tell. You kind of see like a footstep, and you're like, oh, but then you realize it's the one Raknul just left. Morgan, as you follow Bastion into that next room, you find that it is kind of a balcony space. There's a staircase going down, and there's kind of a wheel that is set in the floor below. It seems to be kind of an overlook into the actual mill area. And you see Bastion kind of like hears the noise that's going on at the stairs and kind of tries to walk to look down the stairs, and immediately the floor gives out underneath him as he too falls to the basement. Crashing. And he's like, oh, I was gonna call you idiots for that, but now I feel like that's a little
uncalled for. Welcome, though. Nice to have you.
The sass.
And he sees the stairs upstairs have been wrecked and begins to head up towards the cellar door that is wrecked, because those stairs have not been wrecked
Yet.
All right, so meanwhile, though, that's going to take him a second to go back around. Raknul, you've come into the side room?
Yes.
Morgan, you come into that room?
Yep.
Elrich will stay at the door.
Samuel, should we make our way around to the front then? It seems the exit has been...
All right.
Samuel's gonna walk up to the cellar stairs and like kind of put a paw on them and press down and see what happens.
They
Me
seem
first.
more solid.
Oh, these are?
Yeah.
Me first.
Also, it's not. Also, the exit isn't blocked. It's just inconvenient.
Well, we can stay outside in front of the cellar exit.
All right. You go on, Seris.
Are you going upstairs right now?
I'm gonna test the stairs.
All right. Make an investigation check.
I am heavy.
Make an investigation check.
Oh boy. I mean, if they start collapsing under my weight, I feel like that at that point it's not brain, it's more. But you know what? Sure, let's do it. Natural.
Naturally.
You guys realize there are other numbers on the dice but 1s and 20s,
No.
right?
No,
You
nope.
are relatively sure this will hold your weight.
Nice.
We're playing binary D&D tonight.
I learned how to count in binary thanks to Sakurai from the
Are you going upstairs?
Nintendo Direct. yeah, I'll go up. I'll see what's up there.
All right. You find yourself in kind of like a small living/bedroom area that kind of adjoins the staircase entrance. Yep, exactly. It's the kind of overtop white place. You can see where the holes are that lead down to the floor below. You kind of can look through and spot Riona where she's kind of standing below the hole. There are 2 doors off to the south.
Morgan will go as far as he can and follow Raknul up the stairs.
All right, the 2 of you entering the upstairs.
I pick one, you pick the other.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Whoosh.
Yep.
Wait, I was trying to find, where did he go? Okay, so Jimmy,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say you've arrived at the cellar entrance at this point. Like,
Yes.
you've come out, and he's gone back to the front door.
Okay. I would like to break the stairs.
All right, make an attack roll.
Okay.
Or a strength check.
Attack roll. Okay. I mean, I feel like attack roll is just gonna be better. Yeah, it's just. I mean, this D20 plus 5 instead of D20 plus 4.
All right. Morgan.
So, yeah.
As you thrust open the door, you find like an empty bedroom. Raknul. As you thrust open the door, you find a living space, a table, a desk, a few chairs, a few scattered belongings, and a couple more doors in both rooms. So I'll say that you're able to like crack one of the steps, and you're able to like crack another one of the steps. So you're able to like crack a few of the steps. It would require a jump to really make it.
You know what? No, wait, really, a jump to really like make it out of there, or like to really break the steps.
Yeah, no. It would
Okay.
it would be difficult to traverse these steps.
Mm-mm.
And with your bare abilities, this is about your ability to wreck this staircase just by raw brute force. I mean, you can continue to work at it, but this is what you get for now.
I'm thinking if I just want to just YOLO it and jump onto the stairs and just completely make it a bitch to get out of here, but I would crap myself down here in the time being as well.
Let's see. So upstairs, yeah, you guys have thrown those doors open.
Is this a closet that I'm standing next to? Or a door?
Let me scroll over there. It's a door. You don't know what's on the other side.
Raknul, is he in there?
No. But there
I
are
will
more
knock on the
doors.
door. I will knock on the door.
You hear no response.
I open the door.
Raknul, as you step inside, your foot catches on something. And you kind of look down as you kind of pull, and there's kind of like resistance. And you see there is a string stretched across the room.
Oh.
And you're like, oh. As something large, you hear kind of from behind you, there is a barrel tied to a rope, and it slams into your head. Can you give me a dexterity saving throw?
Sure. I have.
Danger
I have
sense.
advantage because of danger sense.
Yes, you do.
18.
Yeah, and so it is less that you dodge this thing, and more that you just like turn your head right into it, into the like thick part of your skull where you've taken the hit.
To the crown.
You just slam through it. You are going to have the damage.
Ragnall's really proud. Yeah.
So you only take 1 point of damage.
Okay.
Bludgeon.
Ow.
As like contents, the kind of musted flour kind of spills out across the floor. And you're kind of covered in it.
Oh boy.
But you're in the room. All right, Morgan, you're opening that closet.
Yep, going in blindly.
All right, as you open the closet, you see it is a pretty empty affair. There's a few like moth-eaten clothes, like items of clothing, a cloak. There is a few like little boxes that have kind of been dry rot along the kind of stacked along the bottom.
Well, he's not in the closet. Did you find anything, Raknul?
This way was trapped.
Oh, did you disarm it, buddy?
Yes.
Old buddy, old pal, old friend.
I'm gonna see if there's like loose floorboards in this closet or something.
All right, you walk into the closet.
No,
Make an
I'll like.
investigation check.
Okay. Look, man, if somebody's in the closet, it's definitely not Morgan. Out loud and proud.
I think it's Liam if somebody is.
If somebody's in the closet, it's Liam.
There are no loose floorboards in the closet. Or the walls are also solid.
Morgan will just huff and leave the closet. What's the point of having wood floors if you don't hide anything under them? I don't get it.
All right. Raknul, you're exploring that room. Meanwhile,
is it just this door, or is this one also a door?
Bastion is gonna walk back into the main room. Where did the other two go?
So they went upstairs.
Might be wise to follow them.
I didn't want to leave the door.
He's gonna start carefully proceeding.
I guess I'll follow after getting figured out.
All right, Raknul. What were you doing?
Where is it only one door, or is this also a door?
That's also a door.
Okay.
Oh no, that's a window. There's
That's
a
a
door
window?
at the top
Oh.
and a door here.
What's in this door?
Do you open it?
Yeah.
Oh, he kicks it down.
You see a closet. It is filled with like kind of draping cloths, like to the brim.
Okay then. Walk over. Last door.
Do you want me to get on the other side, buddy?
Of the door?
Morgan,
Right, that might have been a little much.
can you give me a dexterity saving throw?
There are multiple barrels?
Yeah.
Or the floor collapsed.
Oh,
One of the two. It is darker in the spot that you just stepped on, and so
that would make sense.
That's why I haven't been putting myself on top of those.
8.
Oh, joy.
You walk on it, and it's like one foot just doesn't land on anything, and you look down, and it has gone straight through, and you're like, "Whoa!"
Can
You're like,
I try and catch him? Am I close enough?
"I'll allow that."
Okay. What do you want from me?
Make a dexterity check,
Okay.
not save. But check.
Yeah. I gotcha. 7.
You snap your hands around him as he goes, "Whoa!" And his hands kind of shoot up, and they just slide right through your arms. And it's worse because where you fall is here,
oh no.
which means you fall here. So you fall,
Son of a
and you
bitch.
fall through the balcony room, and you try and like catch the balcony, but that's also part of the same save you made. So you fall all the way through, landing on the stone millstone. And I get not stone millstone, just the millstone.
But it is big stone.
Good
You do
to know.
take
Good to know.
9 points of bludgeoning damage. It was very high.
That's half my health.
I'm loving this from Samuel's perspective because he just like crashed
Samuel,
down.
they're breaking stairs still, right?
Yeah.
So you're like breaking the stairs, and you watch, and he just falls past and slams like halfway on the millstone.
Well, it's also just Samuel fell into the basement, then proceeded to fall back into the basement as he was trying to get out, and then had just watched 2 other people fall into the basement.
Raknul, you are
I just
standing in
look-
front of this door. Elrich has just come up the stairs behind you.
Also,
I
is
just looked
Seris
at-
still on top of me, or has she gone to the front entrance? Because I would have probably tried to notion, like,
Oh, to like go to the front?
yeah, like I'm.
Wait, Elrich, were you standing behind Bastion?
Then, yeah, she would make her way up there if you're trying to get her to go up there.
So
Yeah,
Bastion was investigating as he went.
Oh, all right.
So like he knew they had gone upstairs, but he was looking behind them.
Morgan just
Alright.
looks over at the bear. Hey,
Raknul, are
Sam.
you going in?
No.
I'll leave down a paw as much as I can.
No, I'm gonna wait.
Morgan's gonna try and climb up via bear.
So now Bastion and Elrich would come up the stairs. I will say you can make an athletics check. Climb up via bear. It is assisted, of course.
Okay. God, it's so cold. Even my computer is slow.
I don't think that's how it works.
No, it can be.
Exactly how it works.
It definitely can be how it works, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, hey,
Hey,
natural 20.
Yeah, you go to like he's gonna like pull you up, but you just kind of like climb up the fur. It kind of hurts him, but like it's not comfortable to have somebody like really like tugging full weight on your fur.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah,
fell
it
too
makes
stories
kind of
down.
it makes an okay ladder. All
I'm
right,
gonna nuzzle you back to the main entrance.
all right.
Go back
So
to flying up the
Raknul,
stairs.
Bastion and Elrich will arrive up behind you.
Last door. And now I'll open it.
Kick it up.
All right. You open and find an empty kitchen space. There's a few shelves, a couple like kind of large crates and such, kind of a table with kind of cabinets beneath.
Is there any rope in front of this doorway?
Which story?
The one we're
Oh.
in front of.
Make an investigation check.
Hey, alright.
That 20, come on.
7.
There's no rope.
Alright, fuck it, let's go.
All right, you walk inside.
You
Yeah.
feel the rope.
You find yourself in the room. Bastion follows suit.
I will stay in this room.
All right.
What's this? Is that also a
That
window?
appears to be a chimney. Let me reveal the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
I realize it's kind of hard to see when it's like that.
Yeah, okay. It's a chimney.
There's also one in the basement. It appears to be kind of like a bi-chambered chimney. So it like goes down as well as up.
Mm-hmm.
You see Bastion kind of walks over and begins investigating, kind of like looking at some things that look like they were recently out. Like they look to be fresher foods that are kind of spread upon this table.
Mm-hmm.
And as you look in the fireplace, you can see there are like embers.
Recently used.
He's here somewhere. Elrich.
Yes.
You feel a hand come across your mouth. I don't want to hurt you, kid. I just need you to be very, very quiet for me.
Elrich freezes up.
And you are pulled quietly backwards. Out through this door to the top of the stairs. Raknul, what is your passive perception?
12.
All right. You hear nothing.
Okay.
You hear the man to you, Elrich, says, I want you to nod. Are your friends watching the front door?
Elrich would nod.
I want you to know that if you make a sound, I will turn around before I leave. Do I make myself clear?
Elrich nod.
Then he is going
Starts to
to
nod and then shakes no.
He is going to remove the hand from your mouth, and he is going to run towards the hole in the floor. Can I get everybody to roll initiative? Just go ahead and do that now.
Yes.
Oh,
Thought it
no.
would be longer before we got to the point where Elrich was a fucking coward. All right.
What do you mean longer?
I don't know.
Oh, that's what I'm looking for. Duh.
More secretive about your cowardice if it waits till like
Ooh. Paladins rolled the
To be
same.
fair,
Hey. Solid roll.
Oh my gosh.
Oh wait, make that a 10, Chris, because I would have to use the bear's dexterity.
You can edit it.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. I can edit it. Once it's in
Ooh.
there. It's been a minute, dude.
Are you ready for the fat initiative on your paladin friend?
It's a good thing the people watching
in
the door
there.
have a high initiative.
I have entered the paladin's initiative.
Oh hell yeah!
wow.
The bad guy rolled adjacent to a natural 20, and he rolled a natural 1.
Man, how is it that I fell 2 stories and I'm still lighter on my feet than this motherfucker?
All right, so is that everybody in initiative now? I think
so.
All right, so he is going to run, and he looks down through the gap, and he is going to jump down through the gap and land between Liam and Riona. Liam and Riona, you kind of hear footsteps upstairs once more, and you're like, oh, because you had seen them. There we go.
Yeah.
You look up, and there is 2 large fists, one into each of your faces. I am going to roll some attacks.
fist to the face.
That is a 19 to hit Riona.
No.
It dies.
So,
So,
yeah.
yes.
So it hits, yeah.
You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage as it cracks aside. Your nose is like immediately bloodied somewhat. The second fist is going for you, and that is a 21 to hit you, Liam.
Yeah.
And that's 10 points of bludgeoning damage to you.
Oh, joy.
As you both are just like fucking clobbered, and then he sees that he hit you worse, Liam, and he's gonna turn and elbow Riona.
Mm.
That is an 18 to hit Riona.
Well, then he misses.
All right. And then he is and now forgive me, Elrich,
Yes.
will you take your turn in this surprise round?
Yeah. He's gonna dash down these stairs. See that shit's. I would get, yeah. So 5, because I was here. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yes.
So you're not dashing, you're just basically
Dash in the colloquial sense, not in the.
Not the dash action.
Yeah.
Panic, and you just see. Let me remember. Elrich just like screams at this man. And can I get him to make a wisdom saving throw?
You absolutely
Ooh,
answer.
why would you choose that?
That is a high roll. I'm not gonna do the math unless your DC has gotten over 20 when I wasn't paying attention.
It has,
I know it's sneaky because I often introduce items I shouldn't, but I figured it hadn't got there yet.
no, it's
One
a
day, Chris.
14 he has to beat.
By a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
The monk makes the wisdom saving throw.
It's not a monk. Because a monk would no, yeah, it's not, I don't think it's a monk.
All
He's
right.
not afraid of me then.
So is that your turn?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
All right. Coming back to him on the surprise round, he is going to shove Liam Liam, can you make a contested athletic check?
Hold on.
Athletics
He's on.
or no, it's a surprise round.
Hold on. If this is a surprise round, then what was that? What? Oh, I guess he was just initiating.
Yes. It's a contested.
No. This is the end of the surprise. The surprise round has ended. We are now entering the regular.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Shove is contested athletics or acrobatics for defense. It's up to defender's choice.
Athletics.
So athletics in this instance.
That's a nat 20.
Tries to shove you, and you go nowhere. And he's like, "Have it your way," and he's gonna fucking slam you in the face with his fist.
On today's episode of Dungeons and Dragons, we play D&D with a coin.
I want that battle royale, please.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
All the dice are D2s.
That is unfortunately a 24.
He's gotta be shitty. He's gonna kill me in 2 hits, isn't he? Okay.
And he deals, let's see, 6 bludgeoning damage to you.
Oh, I'm still alive.
Still kicking.
Oh well. Must admit, I didn't expect you to take that. He's kind of. What does he want to do?
Oh.
He's gonna throw himself out the window.
Remember, you can smite on opportunity attacks.
Yeah, I presume this is opportunity attack.
It is.
2 monks. Sorry,
It
2
is.
paladins.
It is an opportunity attack.
Yeah, I'm absolutely gonna try to
Son of a bitch.
action on that.
Ryan's opportunity attack first. As his reaction, he's gonna redirect that. It hits Riona. Roll damage.
No, it missed.
It's an 11.
It's an 11.
But he did burn the reaction.
Let me look right here.
If this is Drunken Master, then yeah, it doesn't. It just diverts the
This
attack with
is
the
a
same
so
amount.
this is a special text. So these are obviously based on real classes. This is not a real, and this is not a player character. I don't build my enemies as player character. Not anymore. It's too stupid. It is based on the real class, but this one is not that way. This one, it takes just the roll and modifies it. In this instance, it is high enough to hit Riona. It ties Riona because she is 19, right, Riona?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it ties you. So Ryan, go ahead and roll damage. So you take 5 bludgeoning damage as he kind of flex it with his arm as he leaves. But Riona, let's see. So Riona, you're also going to miss, but it doesn't matter. As he throws himself through the window, you do see the shards of glass kind of tear into him as he kind of grits his teeth and jumps out the window. So he's outside now.
Throw next to
Seris, are you by the front door?
I am by the front door, yes.
You see a man throw himself out the front window. You see Riona's Morningstar like slam after him through it, and he looks at you. Good day, miss, and begins to run.
Fucking champ.
Fucking ass.
Oh, please round the corner.
You know what?
He does round the corner. He does not seem to expect Morgan and is caught off guard. He does enter Morgan's range.
He's not expecting both Morgan and bear.
And he also sees the bear. All right, so that's his turn, Liam.
All right. Let's see. If I leave. That's really annoying. Jeez. I'm gonna chase after him.
Would you like to yell something to the people inside?
Yeah, sure. He's escaping. He's outside.
Thank you.
I believe that puts me.
I need a reason,
here.
not a good one. I just
I
need a reason.
believe that puts me. There's the farthest I can go, and I can't reach him from where I am with my old weapon. So the only thing that I can possibly do is javelin.
I'll say you come scrambling behind him, like pulling the javelin out as you run.
That's an
I don't have his
18.
AC on hand. Let me see. Let's see. That hits.
Oh, I'm gonna divine smite it as well.
I don't think you can on
be a
thrown
melee.
You
weapons.
can't do it on thrown weapons. You can only do it on melee attacks.
Well,
Oh,
wait. Does it specify a melee?
yeah,
Yes.
it does.
Yes,
Don't attack
Paladin
with a melee
specifies a
weapon.
melee attack. Warlock, Eldritch Smite does not.
I will say there have been famous exceptions in certain Dungeons and Dragons groups. Ours is not one of them at the current time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But you do hit all the same.
Yeah. That's just lovely.
Yeah, I mean, it sticks out of his back, and he kind of, and he's in your face, Morgan. He seems to be in a battle trance of some sort.
Whoops.
Oh,
I did not mean to do that. Hold on.
All right,
Yeah, I mean it's an action to use it, isn't it? So
Yeah, it's an action. I can't even use it. I was just trying to read it, and I clicked the wrong button.
Is it your turn?
Hold on. And as a bonus action, I'm gonna cast Yield Shield of Faith on myself.
All right. How do you cast it? How does it look? Verbal, somatic, material. But you have a spell casting focus, so that would replace the material.
Right. I grab my pendant and just like, Lord, please protect me from what is about to come. And I imagine magic news and invisible shield.
All right. Riona.
Yeah, Riona's basically going to do the same thing that Liam did.
Is she gonna go out of the window to save time?
How clear of it is it? How clear of glass is it now?
It's pretty clear. He looks like he blew out the glass with him. It's old style glass, so it just breaks in large pieces, so it's kind of falling out.
Yeah, so she probably might jump out the window then.
I'll say you're wearing like chainmail, right?
Yeah.
This glass is just gonna you're fine.
Yeah, so she's gonna go out the window. So that means I'm
Being careful in the least is enough to be fine.
going right here. Starting.
I don't say that that's a canon answer, but in this instance, it's.
So I'm starting from here. Yes.
Yeah. So that would be. Let's see. It's where you are. So 5. So that's 10. Are you going your full 30? You can be next to him.
Sure.
All right.
In that case, I'll just keep with Morningstar. And yeah. And I'm gonna try to hit him.
All right.
Hopefully with more success. No, but I am gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself.
What does it look like?
Right. Well, so the way Riona would do it is she's going to oh my god, I lost words. Anyways, she's going to like raise her actual physical shield with the symbol of Pelor on it, like so it catches the light and go of the sun and go Pelor, grant me your protection in my time of need. And yeah, and kind of get back like her shield into like position and like get ready for him to try to hit her again.
All right. All right.
Elrich's gonna run out. What's his time? 10. 15. You know what? We're gonna go with creepy hand. Because everyone's confused by
Creepy hand.
The bad touch.
No, he did. Oh my god! He's gonna take the 1 point as bad touch damage.
Yeah, all right.
The unfortunate part about playing D&D with a coin is that, yes, you can natural 20 50% of the time, but you can also roll minimum damage 50% of the time.
All right. So, hey, Blake,
Yes.
what does that look like?
So it's as he runs out, Elrich like shoots forward like a hand forward, and you just see that it's like it looks almost for a second like Elrich's like hand, like the bones of his hand shoot out of his hand. Though no actual damage happens, and the skeletal hand just grabs Simon as he's running, and is now clinging to his back. I will say, even though the damage is nothing, he cannot heal until the beginning of my turn.
Nice. This is a general question because I'm used to Dave, who had like a million per passive perception. Does anybody here have a particularly high passive perception?
Yeah.
Mine's 15. Mine's 15, so it's not bad, but it's not like insane.
Unfortunately, I do not have keen human eyes, and it is only a 10.
Even with my
we're talking about
ancestry, mine's a 12.
Mine's a 14.
All right.
So I'm the highest then at 15.
So this hand, like you see, he's kind of like, ugh. Samuel.
Mm-hmm.
You see a man. He is pursued. He has run out. You see him. He sees you. His eyes grow wide. He kind of has to deflect because people are coming from behind, and he's kind of fighting them over there. But
Cool.
There's a man. You're a bear.
So, first 20 feet of my movement, I'm going to move up here.
All right.
And then I'm going to attempt to grapple him.
All right.
You're gonna give him a bear hug.
Yes.
Big old bear hug.
Which is 1d20 plus 7 because I'm proficient in athletics. Oh, wait, sorry, 1d20 plus 6 because the bear's strength is plus 4.
Come on.
17.
You will be shocked to know he is also proficient in athletics.
Yeah, I'm massively surprised here.
And he rolled a 26.
26? Okay. Well, that took my bite action. I'm going to do claw attack as my other attack.
I'll allow that.
Then he has multi-attack. That just works.
Well,
Yeah, that's
is the bite action a grapple attack though?
No,
he
you
just
can
change
take
it.
the grapple. You
Oh.
can take the grapple instead. You can take the grapple action as part of one of your attacks.
Gotcha.
As
Yeah,
one of your attacks,
It
if you have
replaces
one
one of the attacks.
Gotcha.
It replaces one of the attacks.
I wasn't sure if that was a special feature or not.
Nope. That's just how grapple works.
I knew that's how like shoving and stuff like that worked. I just wasn't sure.
Grapple shoving is just a variant of grapple,
20.
or it's the other way around. One of the two.
All right. 20?
Yeah.
That's to attack, yeah? That
Just
hits?
to hit, yeah.
Roll
Okay,
damage.
cool. 11 damage.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah.
You can definitely see like your claws do not sink as deep as they should as he kind of throws up his arm and he grits, and it's like the muscle kind of like resists the claws scraping through.
Okay. Just out of curiosity, does that cost a reaction? Because he's already used his reaction this turn.
No, it does not.
Okay.
That is a flavor text.
Okay.
Seris.
Seris will move over here where she can see him and everybody what's going on, and she'll kind of shout, "Stop, you scoundrel, you're surrounded," in almost a melodious voice. And she will cast Bane, and I'll need a charisma saving throw.
I don't know why, but he's also proficient in this.
Oh my gosh. What the hell?
Is he just better than us in every single
His
way?
two saving throws are wisdom and charisma. I didn't
Oh my
make a class. That is taken from a class. I did keep it though because I thought it was actually correct based on his character. But so yep, that is a 19.
Yeah, he passes.
Jesus.
I will say that fight with the demon, I rolled shit through the whole thing. I have rolled nothing below a 10, I don't think, today.
Dear.
Well, but that's probably my turn. So.
All right. Ragnall.
I'm going to assume that this is a window. I'm going to assume that this is a window, but it's also too small for me.
Yeah, the small windows are too small for you.
Yeah.
There's 2 big windows.
Yes, there are. There's this one. Oh, there's 4, right? There's the 2 at the there's 2 on the north side and 2 on the
There's
south
2 in the
side.
front, there's 2 in the back.
Yeah. I'm gonna head towards the front.
It might be some hard parkour on the front or on the back side. All right, you run towards the front.
Yeah. Oh, so here's what's happening. I think it takes me 50. I mean, I can't just do that. I think it takes me 45 feet to get to this window.
Mhm.
I'm also gonna bonus action to rage and then jump out that window.
All right. I will say because of your rage, you are only going to take 1 piercing damage as you jump through that window.
Cool.
Normally it'd be 2. But it is going to be. Oh wait, no, you're not actually on the ground outside. You're just on the ledge.
I'm where? Oh, oh wait, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, with 15 more feet, I can get down right next to him.
That is gonna be a fall though.
Okay.
Not a huge one. You take 4 points of damage.
I take 2.
Yep. Exactly. All right. You see, he's like glancing all around as you motherfuckers are pouring, from his eyes. You motherfuckers are pouring out of the goddamn water.
It's literally a hornet's nest.
He had like one scrawny wizard with him, and I was like, all right, I could take on this fuck.
I could take on this skinny kid.
Yeah.
He saw. All right, no, I don't want to say, but from his perspective of what he saw, basically he saw Morgan and Raknul, and then the paladin
and then a wizard.
Elrich, and he was like, okay, there's these 2 guys and these 2 guys. Easy.
And now all of a sudden there's a bunch more paladins and a fucking bear.
All right, Morgan.
Morgan is going to go for a Hail Mary, and he's going to cast Command. Can I get a Wisdom save, DC 14? He doesn't know he has Wisdom proficiency.
Yeah.
I don't actually know how this works. He 14, tie. Is that
tie is a success.
okay?
Tie is a success.
Then nothing happens. And Morgan will just look at the man and yell, grovel. And seeing that nothing works, he's just going to...
No.
Fair enough.
That's
And
fine.
he's going to carefully
That's fair.
walk
That's what I would
back.
have said.
Walk back like 10 feet. Yeah, okay.
Gotcha. All right.
No.
Paladin is like, huh? Oh.
Uh-huh.
Bastion is probably going to take a similar trek to you. Let's see how. I need to see. Can he? So that's 50. So he's got 10 feet as he comes out the window. All right, he's gonna run to there. Give up. We've got you. It's not a
That's what
spell.
I
He's
meant.
just saying that.
It's what I meant to say. Instead of grovel. I'm just bad with new people.
He's gonna look around to all of you, and it's just like, I don't suppose it matters. I'm innocent. And as soon as you kind of like talking to him, listening to him, he's gonna fucking pop the shit out of Raknul.
Oh, that's a mistake, buddy.
Okay.
No, he misses.
Okay.
So I would say that like you got your fists up and are like you like ready to wail into him with your blade, and you just kind of like flicked it up. You're used to fighting. You know that when somebody's talking to you like that in a fight, like you don't fucking let your guard down.
I don't even think I can hear him. I can hear my heartbeat. It's getting quicker.
And he is going to try and like elbow Samuel, but with such little room, he just can't get the momentum up to do it. And it's like, well, this might be a bad idea. And he's gonna try and shove the goddamn bear.
All right. Contested athletics again.
Yep.
All right, cool.
Or acrobatics, if you want.
He rolled
no.
very high.
16.
He rolled higher.
Yeah.
So he's going to shove the bear off the cliff.
All right.
He just shoved the bear off a cliff with his bare hands.
How tall is the cliff?
It's about 10 feet.
All right, cool.
You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage, and he is going to run his tight little ass. Does he shove you 5 feet or 10 feet? I forget.
5.
5 feet.
Right. He's gonna run.
He can only. I mean, he can only push. I don't know if he can push him laterally. I think he can only push him away.
Yep.
He does have a thing that is a grapple and throw. He just has not used it for its intended purpose yet. Which is throwing people into each other. He just can't do it here because it'd be suicidal. He is going to take provoke opportunity attacks.
Yes. Yes, he will.
As he runs here.
3?
Morgan,
Yes.
punch him.
He provokes an attack of opportunity from Raknul, Riona, Samuel, and Morgan.
I will say Samuel has fallen off the cliff, so he's like
yeah,
coming
not
down.
Not Samuel.
But
mean-
Raknul, Riona, and Morgan. So yeah.
Riona, you almost cleave him, but he just squeaks by.
Can you use the knock
19.
prone?
All right, he is, he takes that one. I should have done it on the other. I just forgot, but I play or lies. I forget. You hit him.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh wait, yeah, I can just click this. 9 points of slashing damage.
All right.
Can you do the knock prone thing on a? I figured not.
Good ask though. Good ask.
And I don't have a weapon drawn, so I'm just gonna watch him run by. Yeah, I've only got my shield out.
You could punch him. You could try to punch him.
I mean,
You could slam him with your shield.
Yeah.
all right. What do I roll for that?
Strength.
Strength plus. I mean, if you punch him, it's strength plus proficiency.
What's my proficiency? I think 2.
Yes.
So if you before you roll, if you want to punch him, you've gained the proficiency bonus. But if you slam him with the shield, I am going to give it 1d4 damage.
No, I'm just gonna like try and punch him.
All right.
Staying in character to the
10.
end.
All right. You whoosh, and he just kind of like whooshes by. This man has had a lot of punches thrown at him.
That was not a very good one.
Not really.
No, it really wasn't.
All right. That brings us to Liam.
Oh joy, he's out of my reach again.
But he is still in javelin reach.
Mm.
You
Sure.
could also just dash around him instead.
Yeah, but then he just gets a free attack on me, and screw that nonsense.
I mean, instead of throwing the javelin, whatever. Fuck it. Go do whatever you want, man.
Leave these squares free plus. But I mean, also if you want to do your own thing, that's fine. That's chill.
I mean, I have to occupy those squares if I want to beat the shit out of him. So.
You're after me, so that's fine.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah. That's about the only way this is gonna go down. I think that's the right amount of distance. Nope, too far.
I just want to make sure this doesn't look like me like dickbagging somebody when it comes up. This is a pit.
What's a pit?
Yeah, there's no door, no stairway.
Chris, I was already looking up jumping distance.
All right. I just wanted to make sure everybody remembered that before somebody stepped on it, because you will be held accountable. So there will be a test.
It will be on the exam.
Hold on. Okay, never mind. I can't go that far anyway. Yeah, my trusty javelin is gonna miss.
All right.
It's like it always does.
Yeah.
Flip a coin for me. Roll a d20. Odds, it goes further.
Oh.
No, that was odd.
Yeah. You hear it goes whoosh. He dodges it, and you have to throw these things with force for them to actually stab the thing. So it does actually go the distance, and you hear. Spish.
Oh.
Oh, great. Jeez. Brilliant.
Riona.
So Riona is going to yeah, she's gonna try to edge past Liam and
You can get 5 more feet.
okay. And then also throw a javelin at him.
Could you throw a
You don't
javelin
need to
from
go
here?
5 more feet if you don't want to.
Could you throw a javelin from here, plus?
What?
You
Could
see
you
the
throw a
bear,
javelin?
like,
The bear really wants to move into the space that you're currently in, but he can't because you're standing there. So if you were 5 feet back, you could still
That'll be
throw
the
the
end of the
javelin,
metagame.
but it would let the bear stand there instead.
There you go, bear.
right. That will be the end of the game.
What an
Metagaming for this
angel.
combat encounter. I don't think you guys fucking need metagaming to wail on an old man.
He's
I don't
kicking
know.
the
Say
shit
that,
out of
but-
us.
This
say
bear,
that.
this
He's
bear
escaping pretty easily.
I don't know if it's metagaming if we're
Does a
like helping
17
someone
hit?
like that.
I know. But
It's not like us like screeching at Morgan for forcing a wisdom save on someone
can I-
who
I
we know he's now
do
proficient in
view it as
wisdom saves.
metagaming, and
Here's the
luckily I
thing,
sit in the
I-
chair that makes that decision.
Does a 17 hit him, and can I aim at like his legs?
You would have to roll a disadvantage to aim for a specific place,
Okay.
and you
Maybe-
also stated in advance.
Okay. Maybe next time.
You do hit.
Okay. Oh my god, it's not a 1.
Nice.
Hey, we're
We're
doing
pretty
it.
good.
All right. We're doing it. All right.
We're doing it.
You see, he takes a bit of damage. He doesn't take the full brunt. Elrich.
Elrich's gonna walk over here, panic, and blow a sleep spell centered on him.
All right.
Hopefully he is low enough. I will post it in chat.
5d8.
Yeah,
So roll your 5d8.
good.
for 24. Does he have 24 health or lower?
You cast the spell. No effect.
Ugh.
Good try though.
Yeah, turn.
All right. Samuel.
I'm gonna move there first, and then because bears have climb speed, surprise, motherfucker.
He didn't know Chris knew.
Yeah, I figured. And then I'm gonna go for a bold strategy here, and I'm gonna use both my attacks for grapples.
All right.
Well, I mean, I guess I just have to use I'll use them in order.
Yeah, one at a time.
Yeah.
You could also shove him prone, and you can also shove him prone instead.
You-
Or yeah,
Could you try to shove him into the cellar, though?
you can't shove him that way. You can shove people
Laterally.
away from you.
Once he's
Yeah.
grappled, he can force move him though.
I can. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and
That
here's my
does not
second one. Come on. Oh
it
my
works.
god.
Unlucky.
All right,
Jeez.
Seris.
Jesus Christ.
It did not work out for him. Poppy.
Seris is gonna move here and continue in pursuit, but she doesn't have really anything else she can do at the moment, I don't think. Unless, well, no. Yeah, we'll call our turn there.
All right, Raknul. I'm beginning to realize that this might not be implicit. If you look at the dimensions of the building, this here, like the space right of you, Raknul, this is both like it's overhang. The roof has overhung,
Okay.
so you can walk there,
Good to know.
or you're here. I can't remember where you were. Oh.
Yeah.
It is 5 feet of movement. Isn't it 5 feet? Is it 5 or 10 feet of movement speed to mount?
Half.
Resident Cavalier. Is it half?
Oh, it's half.
Half.
Yeah.
Oh, it's half. Okay, I thought it was. I thought it was like 5 or 10.
Yeah.
He does pay less, I think, as a Cavalier in that other game.
Yeah, he pays less as
Yeah.
a Cavalier.
Okay, that would explain it. Never mind.
I was just wondering it because before he got that feat, he would know, but maybe not.
Yeah.
Man, that Cavalier sure would have come in handy.
Oh boy, you wait.
Oh boy, you wait.
Because mountain. Turns out mountain combatant is all you need.
It's amazing. Mountain combatant is so good.
I mean, as long as you have a mount, it's fantastic.
Oh my god, it's amazing.
But if you don't have a mount, it's just dead weight. I mean, I can. Oh wait, no. I can make it. I can make it next to him. And
You
still,
can make it, Daddy.
yeah, I can make it next to him. Why is everybody always ever trying to bitch out and grapple? Fucking.
Because I want to fucking barrel roll with him into the cellar.
I accidentally hit the back button.
Barrel roll.
Barrel roll.
Barrel roll.
I accidentally hit the
Aw.
back button on my mouse. Oh well, I'm just reloading the page.
Raknul's gonna do a smash, I think.
Well, yeah, so I'm gonna.
Raknul jumps across the gap.
I looked it up.
Blade at the ready as he comes down.
Yeah, and then I'm just gonna hit him. Except I have to open up my character sheet again.
Come on, man. Elf tilt this motherfucker off the stage.
Doria.
Doria!
Oh my gosh.
I didn't see what it roll. 25.
25.
Is that reckless?
That is reckless.
Good. All right.
I
you hit.
apologize for not announcing it, but I've been swinging recklessly.
I see when I feel like I know with you.
Hey, no bitch. Oh, how much
And,
fall damage should I take?
when I
by
see
the way,
you
Chris?
roll with advantage or disadvantage like that, or when I see you roll with advantage like that in roll 20, I'm just assuming.
That's
Chris,
fair.
you didn't
That's
tell-
correct.
You never told me. Oh wait. Oh, 10 feet doesn't take fall damage, does it?
No.
Oh, that's what. Okay, never mind. Okay, cool. So I'm actually at 30 still.
15 points of slashing damage.
15.
Yes.
All right. You see him take it. He like catches it like on the back of his arm, like the blade cutting deep in.
Okay.
All right. That's. Do you have another attack or is it one? I forget.
Just the one.
All right. Morgan.
No, just the one for the moment.
Do I have a
5.
shot on him?
For what? With what? Oh.
For a
could you
ranged
Could you
attack.
hit him with a ranged attack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe if you. I don't know.
I think you have disadvantage, but I might be wrong.
Why
I
would
might
you
be thinking of
Why would he have
Pathfinder.
disadvantage?
There's like a
I'm thinking of
direct line of sight.
Pathfinder. He has partial cover though.
From here.
With you and Raknul blocking everything except that one diagonal, I'm gonna say yeah. If he moves, if Morgan moves even 1 5-step, I won't give him partial cover.
Oh, then I'll just move the 5-step. Yeah, baby.
I just thought you meant no.
No,
Like
sideways. Like sideways.
Like you
Oh,
got
yeah,
a
no,
better
that-
angle on him.
Yeah.
Like there.
That's the angle I was giving. I was saying like, why
Oh,
would
I'm
you?
sorry.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay. never
He
mind.
was just asking about where he was standing at the moment.
Oh yeah,
I'm
no,
sorry.
that's
I misread that. I thought I had already moved. That is my fault. Anyway, I will take a shot at him with a ray of frost to keep this bitch boy from running.
A frosty ray, one might say.
I missed that bitch boy.
I don't get it. I don't get
Behind
it.
him.
Why don't the rest of you guys just roll with advantage? It's so much easier. Than being like that.
You know what? Yeah, we'll just start doing that. And
All right.
I'll just
Is that your turn, Morgan?
Barbarian.
I mean, I ain't got shit, man.
I ain't got shit.
So yeah. I'm down half my
You
health. I
watch
think I'm fucking spinning.
As Bastion is like running across the roof and like takes one step off and disappears in a cloud of mist.
Misty
And-
step.
Shoots. There's like this kind of mist that shoots past and then lands on the ground like as a footstep digs into the mud and then rises up his form as he brings down his hammer on the skull of the man.
Bitch, you extra.
Oh, is he a...
And he is going to hit and he is going to smite.
Yay.
Yay.
The shotgun goes off.
You watch the hammer like smash and there's like this flash of light as the man like takes the like leans almost into the hammer smash, but the flash of light like scars across his flesh.
Oh my gosh.
He has taken a lot of damage.
Yes.
He is not looking well. And I think that's just his first attack.
That would be the time to sleep.
No, I'm aware.
Wait, that means he's a vet. I guess I don't know. If you're not giving people, it depends on who you're giving player classes to. Because I think only Vengeance Paladin has Misty Step, which is interesting.
He's the
Ancients.
cleric.
Oh no,
No, Ancients has it, yeah.
Ancients has it. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
'Cause-
He is
Why
not
not?
very
Why
good
not?
at
Give Paladins 30 feet of movement as a bonus action. Fuck it.
Yes.
Dude, they were too weak.
Yeah.
They were getting short.
He
Okay,
is
but
gonna-
like, what
so he
if they
brings
also
the
have
hammer down,
+5 to all saving?
and he
throws?
brings the hammer back up like reverse motion and through like he kind of like that the eye that has been burned by the heat by the radiant energy kind of creaks open as the eye like Iris tracks the hammer. He's going to take his fist and slam into the hammer, redirecting it into Raknul. Raknul, you are going to take I think 13 bludgeoning damage.
Half. 6.
And that is back to his turn. And he's not one to give up on a fight that he thinks he might be able to win. He is going
he
to,
might be able to win, huh?
you see he takes his fist and like opens it and shoves into the bear and kind of cracks into the inner like muscle of the bear. He's going to try and shove you back into your friend.
Yeah.
Athletics.
All right, so that's again contested athletics.
You're about to get hit by a bear.
I know.
21.
21?
21.
Oh, yeah, because you're a bear.
Yeah.
That succeeds. And he kind of grunts and does it again.
And this time, higher. He
I did not though.
15.
Yeah, 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, 15.
He just beats you.
Harry.
Ugh.
And so you are shoved back 5 feet, but your allies are there. Therefore, they are going to take his raw die of damage.
Okay.
Chris, how does it feel to be playing?
You are a
the
bear,
world's
so I'm going to
biggest
let it
bitch?
do 2. It would not normally be 2, but I'm going to let it be. So in order, let's see. Sorry, I rolled a 1. Oh shit.
I should mute myself.
In order, Riona takes 4 bludgeoning damage. Liam takes 4 bludgeoning damage. And Samuel takes 4 bludgeoning damage.
I take what?
4 bludgeoning
4
damage.
bludgeoning damage.
I'm out.
Great.
Gone.
And then he is going
Unconscious.
to punch the paladin too.
Am I? And I moved back to where they were.
You actually don't. You stay where.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
And he actually succeeds in punching the paladin. And when he does that, you see he like goes for like a specific point on the paladin's neck. And with a coin flip natural one is the story of the night. The paladin freezes. And he is going to run.
I'm going to take my opportunity attack to try and grapple again. It has to work eventually, right?
Yeah.
He'll eventually flip tails.
You know
You
what?
can't. Well, you can't opportunity at grapple.
Yes, you can.
Yeah. I was gonna
Yes,
say,
I know you
Yeah.
can't.
Because a grapple is just an attack action.
I
Or just-
thought,
sorry. A grapple is just a different type of attack.
I thought grappling had to be done during your action.
I will look at it later. For now on the field, I don't think it's true. So
Actually, that
I'm gonna
might
say
not.
no.
Actually, you're right. That might not be true because it might say when you.
I'm
take
pretty
your-
sure it's not true. So I'm going to say on the
you
field.
can use the attack. Yeah. No, you can use the attack action, and this is not the attack action.
Ruling on the field, no.
Then I'm just going to take a standard swipey swipe,
All right.
which is d20 plus 5. Yeah. No.
All right.
No.
Raknul.
But I will attack him. 17.
It just hit.
13 points of slashing damage.
Oh dear.
It's close. Let me see. How would you like to do this?
I cleave a leg off.
Okay.
All right.
We are trying to get
You,
him back
you see he
alive.
runs, and you're about to go for the back, as most of the time you guys have been going kind of chest, and he's been able to redirect it with his arms, and you kind of bring the blade down and just swipe, and you just cut through. You don't quite bisect the leg, but you do like
I hamstring him.
you do tear muscle and sinew as he just fucking collapses down the hill, unconscious. You see the Bastion is like frozen in place for a minute, and then cracks the neck free. Well, that was rougher than I thought it would go, but good job, everyone.
Riona's going to immediately use lay on hands on Liam.
And you see Bastion actually is going to immediately slide down, and he takes the man's arms and like manacles them behind him with a pair of manacles he has, and then is going to lay on hands to the man. One hit.
Good.
Cyril's going to turn back into a person.
Roll my shoulders.
How
and make
much?
sure my bandages are still in place.
How much do I get from the lay on hands?
Well,
6? Wait, how much?
10?
I'm also very hurt. So,
You both have lay on hands.
yeah.
Lay your
So
hand-
lay on hands him, and then he can lay on hands you.
Whoa.
You hear
laying on hands.
you hear the man is like kind of groaning, and he. Well, at least they had to send 8. That makes me feel good. And Bastion just kind of shakes his head. There's no point to all this. You know that, right? He kind of. I've never done things for a point anyway.
Does anyone have a healers? Have any like medical kits on them?
Yep. Everyone's up though, right?
There now.
I was gonna see if I could use one to make a medicine check to try and like patch his leg up a little bit, because it did just get cleaved and he's probably not feeling too great.
It's probably bleeding a bit, yeah.
I think that's what the lay on hands would have taken.
It does seem like Bastion is taking care of that,
Okay.
but not really healing it, making him like healing it enough that he could walk in a like assisted way, but not that he could run.
Yeah. No, I wasn't gonna try and like get him up and running again.
And Bastion kind of prepares him and is going to kind of carry him, force him kind of back up. And kind of up against the house, we'll say. And then he's going to kind of turn to you guys.
Oh, that's why you couldn't hear me, because I was muted.
Well,
Liam, you did get healed by
Yeah,
me for 6.
Yeah, for 6.
Yep.
I did with 4.
well, I'm sorry you all ended up taking the brunt of that. I was hoping to avoid that, but you all held well and did well.
Oh, no problem. I'm used to taking down endeavors.
I know what you're on
some
about.
reason.
I feel fantastic.
Bad worse.
Yes, we're all glad that you feel so fantastic.
I'm like 50-50 on that whole exchange, to be honest. Like exactly 50.
It could have gone better.
You really should take better care of yourself, Liam.
I am trying the best I can, Seris. Truly, I am.
I mean, really, Liam, this, and then,
But
Well-
let's just keep our heads on and move on to the next task,
I would
please.
Here, and he kind of pulls out a large sack. Since I am now going to be headed back to Allard and you all will be headed into the mountains, this is the best time to pay our debts even. This is not just the gold that was promised for the Hornhelm, but also a share of the gold for this.
Thank you. And Riona will reach and take it, I guess.
All right, there is 110 gold in the bag, which is a hefty sum of money.
Yeah.
Yes, and there are 7 of us,
So like 15 gold a pop, about.
more or less.
It's about.
Yeah, 15.7. So then,
We have 5 gold left.
yeah.
I will just take 15 since I got some of the last one.
We say
I will also just take 15.
keep safe on the road, keep close to each other. See us when you come back through. I may not be here. I'm probably about to head out on a longer mission. We have been trying to get across the mountains for some time, and we have some business there. So, if I'm not here, though, I'm sure you'll still be welcome. Though perhaps your room might have to be on you next time.
No problem. To be perfectly honest, we've saved quite a lot of money already.
Good luck, friends.
Yeah.
And he's going to take the man and begin away.
Oh, before you go, I'm not going to judge you, but why did you hit that asshole noble? Kick his ass anyway.
And you see Bastion does entertain it. He does let the man turn around. And he kind of spits out some blood from the fight. You see that the wounds that he kind of was able to shrug off are starting to catch up to him, perhaps.
Oh, no, I asked him his question.
You all don't know, do you? You don't know anything about this. Just hired guns.
Well,
Kid stepped
cleric.
in the ring. It's a little too much for him. Maybe I took it a little bit too far. But nothing a normal fighter couldn't take. And he kind of spits on the ground again and turns back. Let's get this over with.
I hope Ioun smiles favorably on your trial and the truth comes out, friend.
And Bastion leads him away. And that is where I think we will end tonight's session. It is a little bit over, but not too bad, hopefully.
Nah. Oh my god.
Hopefully it was a good game. Hopefully everybody had some fun. Hopefully
yeah.
everybody watching enjoyed it. You can catch us next week again at 8:15. One of these weekends coming up, we are going to be running a battle royale, I think in this time slot, if not another day of the week, but I think this time slot. We will let you know when that happens. Stay tuned.
Soon TM.
And, thanks for tuning in. There's some stuff you're supposed to do.
Oh,
Oh,
Like, subscribe, comment.
Ring the bell.
Born.
Roll a d20 to see who has to do next week's read-in.
Yes, but that's not that.
Yeah.
My party could do that while we're in. But
Blood sacrifice.
Ooh, I'm good.
You know, this is the
Support us on
standard internet.
Patreon.
Start a coin
at
collection.
your shadow dog.
Start flattling and then stop
Calculation.
flattling.
Add me on face.
And
Find me on Grinder.
most importantly, catch us next week. Thanks.
Oh,